Parliament House. Yes, also Ben Accra International Conference Center. So we are within the heart of Osu, the heart of Accra. It is Hano and a common in our Elcoso. It is a free Yakumamu. Na ye pusun samno na ye woso samno sa na ye brum sa e wo tonton sansan so a wo so te yenti a ye sa na se within the prince Kwame Minka me nuaba
amapoma checheku
that's right ye prepare ye ho ye guso a ye warm up
enya asem keto
fear that warm up
no chief fear da ya enya gro
Tvxyz versus Power FM
oh ya show mo
run commentary kaka sabre seto ajeboro wa tweba ko wa pass the ma raf wo so no ho kaka ohene babo ama ba ni ben Wabayo, that's what he about Tiari. What you? What you have probado so. Assassin was so. Assassin was so. Assassin was so. Come make out the bottle. Pass him up, Puma. Puma the call. Puma was so. What your man, Linda? Linda go. Linda go. Linda go. What you ma settle? Settle your man, Waji. I wanted your man settle you. Settle some boom. One person. Apostle Joseph Jackson. What you know? Who some power won't go? Says one fire but Tvxyz. One vampire but Tvxyz. Was I near be a winner and you know back? Xyz broadcasting limited. Not just a fear that's out of a community. So, Mugabe Master so touchy. One who saw got Tvxyz or got Power FM. Tell why for kids. Confusion actually more so confusion because almost to be a boha. To see I had ding. I had ding. When you had any more. When my Mugabe to was a Pamlo Cano, said by a confusion Biama, made a commentary position. But commentary that day in a live Power 97.9 commentary special. Mamma Tibo Gabi in car check through Wabra warrior commentary. No. And I said, wow, person with Mugabe for the first time. So where your commentary, Miss Now, if you are that you're more feeding na Power 97.9. But I'm ready. Tonton Sansa, you may be near the Bramanche and Cransons and Beba, now for your free war, Jasso, ya so Janet, then they are boom, up broom, said about who know my cost of officer. Ghana, Rasa, but your fear now, your Guswa Yagina. Wabro mind better answer the Yabatu was Yane, Honorable Mutala Mohammed, Yabatu was in your papa and Semun, you see in Ra. And Dom Cassia Womra should be if you also change budget to no Magia to wow him ye see fiada budget to Dom Kitu and Asa Dom Kumano Ebon Bongalat Wabra na Dom Cassia no any motiwa almost sorry chifa almost so a gunny free budget no and Radia Dom Kumano and Comra should be the few craft say almost say na a year speaker what 10 be our budget no home I won't say no Wabra Yako and Michimunu Beba but ye buy ya. Honorable Joe say wusu yes first deputy speaker wabro mo to aba no mo kenkan nipa dodo a omuchi eye budget ni tum ne eye ya wo kan ne ho kan ho nia eye mrasha badwafie enhyehyɛ ne kafa ho nia Ghana mrapon the 1992 constitution e kafa ho no ena no pay e begina so de din komo ye be ma akwanya no na so afrɛ wabra jaso koso na ye bisa say so Ghana for nyina say to ahodo e to akese e to ayabiem a ye de ba beto ye so yampei eye den na eye omomu aban mu omomu political party wa aban mu manya sopa entie Ghana for no matwa fa Ghana for so no mo se tintina budget no mupo ye de pay mo so ho ene adru sabre eti ebra ne duru ho a wadwenche ne ususu ye de o WhatsApp so o Facebook so o Twitter so and afa so ye be phone lines na men fan come here ama ni nyina mu no bosomi December Ghana Health Service for CM fanye COVID-19 vaccination month na say bosomi mu de wo COVID pani ni bi na hu hia ese obewo na dwumadi ahodo bebre na ekoso yi ansentwofo nso ewo twaka ewo COVID ne ho sensem ye bedi mu nkomo na afi so banwuma ye kase eho be hia say yan kase be ye ho entrepreneurs nso a ye be kwa akohwe ne fabinti anope nkomo ne doso ene ye de bebre ya hwefo anopa de fruit salad pan ye de bebre ma aduane bia wom ye wo tuozafi wom ye banku wom ye wabetie wom de eni wom ni nyina wo tonton sansan ha tonton sansan ye brum tonton sansan Ghana ntini ye wo ha o fire
We are one man short. Should we invite him?
Yeah.
It be old cargo.
Can I join you guys?
Yeah.
Always brave, fresh, natural, X, mineral, water.
We still got it.
Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
Also home and da fufro yatiesi bosume fufro bu wa brekra forget bredo. It say 1st December ni yatiesi we aka less than 25 days na bronyan so eba eti ahobabo animu ani e wono say the city bia nyame eka ye ho e bra so say heading cransem ebebramo na Apostle Joseph A Jackson wa brada me ma commentary kakra no so me catch say baby e wore de ye hunu baby a ye fa to say power na say Tvxyz but no na koye your spiritual father will fear there or the empire better type bi me enu nyina achi no be busa we controversial questions say we musa dey say sada no nyame obekọ ofa bay obekọ Tvxyz tada say obekọ power 97.9 and another question Apostle me personal question me busa say me if try say measure 2 goals Apostle bet to how many goals
Kwam what do home ba me cry na no me so da na she go let's say se me nya she one obi an she bi emu but 2 hey you be come on back me nya she no ano no
Apostle what say about why
I'm yet to decide Kwam say na say had dey say had dey me buy say me a visitor visa dey be akasa me ba jima korea
and Apostle you and Apostle Usro Tvxyz.
Oh, David.
Usro Tvxyz.
Come na say had the member ni ha.
Hey, Apostle Sam Kasiebo one kano.
Had the member ni.
Seto Abuaje Kwame Minka. Prince.
Bodiri be Kwame wan.
Kwame Minka.
Oh, that's
Kwame Minka be see.
Mabo Suli akra na ejira be Kwame.
Oh, Apostle. Asa we can.
Kwame na say had the ma nkwa na wa.
Hey, Apostle.
Now we did no power.
The TD no okodie ehase se wo tu fa
ba di nyina mu no kwa o busa ase bi se eti awurade begina afa be oh question a good question ubo say ye boy ye se kotoko ne has Ghana ne ebia Germany so na so fu bi ahye nkom na outcome no na omuhu uti de meka no outcome no
na omuhu
na omuhu masonda ye na ebia kotoko ashe has bear 4 and no bit mama me mani age say question what you say and no ne sa na nkyere say nyankopon na ama o mache o because ball na ye ebo no eniema bibiri wum kwa akọ sports stadium da ye wura ho no obi gina ho chante ti amomfa nyamesem ma ho onipa ni train na wa ye oni say ma start ye training say na be ja that day no stamina enweme
o me de Miami de da
so ye nyanto ho de bia wo ye anope kura no enye saa kunya kugina ho that dey fifiri bia obet no eti ya na ye spiritualizing neema no mfa de ye no XYZ Tvxyz ne Power FM ebebobo Erade ndo enipa ewo XYZ enche power ena ondo mo Power FM enchen XYZ meet my ba say me ba ma XYZ me bomb pie so I that day kura me nya me day ye meet my share oh it's all about preparation
that's right
it ya amuma yinyai say you spiritualize akan sie no ya abrabo so what dey say it is mason da na Black Star win and na kire say omototo omo niema they can win
it may win
nti no kire say Nyankopon do Black Star echen bia Eagles of Nigeria.
Wait, TVS right? Eagles of TVS
Black Star, Nigeria. Now go say.
Okay, Eagles not TVS right?
As a Black Star, no. They don't not change. Ebia Brazilians, no. Here they are also no. Erade do be. Sa na ti wo elections ni ademu. Erade nkodo NPP in NDC. Eno nkodo NDC in NPP. Your strategy would be better form. Erade they do no hwe ne say obebo asumdwe ho ban. Ode nkwa the necessary strength na afane afano muhia no ode be mamo. So obi show so obi lose you is none of his business because obi aye ne ba. Nti ya momo yen hwe ehonum ni ye. Nti ye de ye phrase preparation ye gu so.
Nti preparation ya
enye kasati nto agro ne form nto mo boase. Mranti amofi amonto mo boase.
But apostle what can say be ehia pa and minister wo ba no prepare for BB. Come here say as a chat in yasa. Nti mama go why so na men kan cho say preparation ya de ehia ho.
Kwam preparation ya de ehia ahosiesie. Say usiesie wo ho. On say the more or prepare towards something, no, you stay alert and focus. So what I say? Eti untimi nka say ade we na mpese me ya abra untu ho anamo. O pese wo bobo ahwe. Ronaldo mo na yehu omo saa free kick se ne etie bi ano wo bohye no. Eye training no, eye consistency. Eti wa ha be ka so e bayifo. O sua se de ball eto na chi a obetimi di na chi no waye bibi odi betu mirika.
That's right.
Na ball na beda na ni menye aduro.
That's right.
Wa programming ade no wa na adwenim. So hu. Eti the more na wo prepare ahosiesie na wo de niam to form no. O say preparation bi ama utimi master carriage over failure. Kwam na de we de say me bota kashi you bi wa hawa mama e de ba akona to baby ene de wada na me ho nkronkro Eradi Shram. So you are in the position of the Holy Spirit say wo de ma for baby. Amen. Say Eradi honhom ne honhom e wo me nsu mu ne di adanse say nyame ma Eradi Shram.
Amen.
Say o prepare the more you keep preparing no e ma wo master courage over fear, disappointment, and afraid so failure. Sanya mami and Sawi, bon Samsu or ton the Japade, and what dear begu world market, and Uncrofoto. Omko and Abba could associate bon Sam name out to her. No, so Rabon Sam Nadena discourage dear, peso beton. No, say me ton discourage na. Emma minya nipa biara sutumi e wa asase so eti wunya ye wadwene se wo ye na mo se failure o first time se bra TV so be kasa e wa o start ya no anim keka we se titin anim e wa wo ye ya no e wa bi ba na me de me ko radio so bi am ko TV so bi an France se me bo wa na abambuo ne ye den e ba o yes wo tu anamu bia failure o gi loan so dey start bibia but the more now we prepare o master o me hwe ase wo ha and next time me duru ha se ya me nsa anye ne say biem into experience no ebe wo ho am watimi de aye bibi na kwa won say prepare ema o ma danger na e wo wanim no uhu ne say you are aware of it and you are ready to face any danger into preparation there ehia me ye preacher say Mr. Dime ho a ada me preacher e be kopa no na kire say I have prepared fully say me ko gina honom akanya kopa ba na ma putupru oh wona ma putupru so eja we den ke pese woni e chinyame asem kakra ubon se woni obi a wasiesie ohu asie wa prepare ato honom a untimi etina Apostle Paul ka say we should study to show ourselves approved as a workman. You will not be ashamed. Be not ashamed, you know. And yes, be our fairy and no, but say unko expose you ignorant and no one's no worker. Into abribia and member, we should get prepared. preparation is very important.
Okay.
It, you know, before say year and be say na first
December.
Yeah. It, you know, me the series we about are you prepared for 2022?
Of fire.
It won't say me no ka say obi aye ne budget for 2022. O share radio mpa ya go ya. Yeah, kwam ya tro check. Any ade sika a wo pese urade de bobra ma wo de bobra afia ewo yanim obi se mpesa mitimi bo me dan so nti gidi ana mo preparation now nti wo se wura mu no wo de akukuduro ne nam ye na ewram ti kwa mo de preparation asema abade ya me se ye de be wo ha na emom no ye be mia yani na ya toto ye niam yie na ye siesie ye ho se emre papa ene mre bone ye betima gina kwa me di wie but what dwen ho say ye wo enkrofo bebre a upon say omu feeling nyina no omu da so ejina omu na so but obi failure ba ko pe ball na hwe form no on sorry bio ni nyina ne say o bobra see yourself as a boxer kwam unko gina boxing ring mu a wo de wo no nipa no ne ho awu said ya no blow ba ko nka ho eye de a blow ni bi bebo wo di say wo de na ka no ba won so ball ba ko no wapantan ya atu no wadi utrim wa ha besu wo ring no etimo ma yen hye ye ho den na ye hunu ye ho say ye boxers and as wrestlers.
That's right.
Ye ko entokwa apostle Paul si kuturuku na mi si no boxing no wo so ono no won a target into wo preparation no ye kire uppercut say lower cut suum but you see money yam one akobone are disqualified. It will prepare one life on it. You will never be disqualified.
Fantastic.
God bless you.
Apostle Nyame nhyira say what day in grandse abrɛ na no pɛ yɛnda ne yɛ homra yɛ ba jaso ya prepare yɛ be kansem yɛ si wɔ mra sɛ be fie nura no Ghana for dodo na abonyo so ebebre na say it is the saddest day in the life of my Ghana as far as ye kabi mami kabi amemo is concerned. Ye ti a Ghana for bi kasa no e di brem sisi e men ko ba bia tra ya ye ba. Abuso avoso wa shata de kwa chese mani abre ena me hwehwe me ntadie na me se den na me mfa nkwa adwuma hu kokko na me se yes kokko Ghana fo ani abre ye ni abre fi se ye te ye Ghana ena yaka ye boso asem ya che ya adwen afa 2022 akomabo sika Ghana sika a eman mu mpanimfo eba besre omo si ya namu e wo mrahye bedwafie so mo de bebo oman yi ho bra omo de munsem beto yanim ora kanoforiata a wo ye finance minister won na di okonanim e na ode nsem no beto yanim na yakwatenkwate a yese to ahodo na ye de atoto yeso ni nyina etie no yesa de bi e be pay yeso mientia yede sa eto ahodo no sa ba pay so no ni nyina so no Ghana fo bebre wo mu nsusu yemu no wo mu se nyina so papa Ghana fo bebre se ahokyere wo hodada aban na krampo age atum se ahokyere wo man yi mu wode wo ya no de akɔhye yade kodie wo coronavirus na so ye nyina ye nim se ansa na yade kodie wo coronavirus be ba no ma sise ebo ahodo no mututu anamo ahodo anamo ntuo ni bi ne bosi ahodo a wo mu kɔ boy ya ebesi ne ye hunu enoma pote ya omode aya ebro adwene ene ntiase so ye foto ahodo a yade esi awowa ya foto ahodo a ye gina so e de akoba bosia na foto na e wo se emwafri hu bamma ye ntemamufo no ye de akoye saade we no e se sika bi anim a ye betimi de aye normal get fund statutory fund stabilization fund heritage fund ni gina ya foto ahodo a de da ho na so ye de aye normal na ye fama gudue ye sika kokko nso ye se be gina so edi akoye bibi fofra Ghana ni busa se emfaso ben no benya free ho a wontimi nyamu aye papa Yes, a japa. Yes, we be the japa. Ghana for se saa de no mumbe so mehu. Ghana for afoma na musifo o ma for mumra se bedwafo so aka che Ghana mpanimfo a ye de tumi a show mo nsam se saa de no ye mpesi e behunu bio. What the Jubilee House? Now we communication team what Jubilee House and as we a MPP member of the communication team for microphone and as a fidie ya ye team nkofo ne eguso na wan kasa ya ho nsantwani na ne Ghana for dodo na nkokasa emfa 1 eto ho 2 ajapa deal no ho 3 ye fa ngo a ye tuo wo Ghana ene mfasodi a e wo se ye nya free ye fa ngo ho a besi na ye hunu hwe mfa ho kwa ne Ghana for kodi nkomo. See you do 2023, 2024. Namo ko ye campaign ya. Money Ghana for ni common fa and no man more siasa maye. Namu muso mo say. Omunya so mfa so ana. Na wo we nyina Ghana for kan nyina atie. Na Ghana for fa wo mumra se bedwafo so fiada. Ekasa kire Ghana mpanimfo a ye de tumi a show mo nsam se 2022 budget ro ye nyintum. Na hun be hia se ensiesie bi wo budget nim wo mo be ye na nyansa ye Fred nyansa ye Solomon nyansa Yakopon de man no e kire se enoma bi se ekoso na ekoye twema mentwe empo e wo mrase bedwafi a nia obi a wo ye nyansafo eye ne se wone afa baako na wonte na asem na se no etira se ebobo nsam ho se de be ya wo mbetima kɔ bankrom ye fra no consensus. Nientia yenya hang parliament nientia yenya mrasha bedwafie saa bre ya speaker ne ye NDC ni na wo hwe eye majority side na hwe minority side e kam ya se abo ano na ye wo independent candidate wo dem finfin a wo ne de wo se wo kɔ majority for no ho no nientia ye mrasha bedwafie ne te saa no nyame kwan bi a wo fa so dia kire ye se ye person man Ghana tumpon a ye fa ye party sem nto nchan na ye nwiro man no ho kane na ye fa man no akoma pa ye wo ma man no ye mfa ntu anamo question ne se won ye si wo mrasha bedwafie dura no Ghana ho do no ye dan na dia na Ghana ho do no ana eye patapa amamuo bi ene ewom mi fita amamuo bi ene ewom ana Mpanifo mani mu ames sabe eye mimfi ta duku ene yabo anase mimfi ta amamu mu ne wona ana ye twia fa Ghana fo so ye ntie Ghana fo apede enye Ghana fo apede amamu mu ne wo ya na ya kan sam no dodo na o enye me de se me beba be gira TV so anase beba be tira TV so na mpanifo te samo me kasa wo manim enye me de. But I am amplifying what the good people of Ghana are saying. Larry King, when you interview, say, I play the people. Nya Ghana for Kano, and when the Mabejina make a trouble. Ghana for Bo and you, near see what Marshall Bedefia, a fiada, and a face so, and run so. Ghana for Bonyo so. What we want to say, on mine now was he a chichiri, on mine now was he a kabom, na yenya akumapa at the chichireno. E kamia yesa manofo ni bi e de saade na to nchen e na ne ye Ghana fo apede na de ye butu akoto nchen ba bi ne ye ato border mu sabe edura nadwo na ko wi atwene a we godwe na ko gan na asem bi okaye e na mi wi abeka wa ha se edura nadwo na ko wi atwene a ade achi abebo me nhwe anadwo e na abekwa ko wi atwene a ade achi a brabebo na mansan hunu yesu omrasho bedwafie no Yesi awo Ghana mrasha bedefie no ebra na Haruna Idrisu anene dom eye nsantwefo nchiamu nya behuru free wo mu nsantwefo nchiamu ne se de samose mempene ejina ye na mu besi a yesu ye besi mempene jina ye ese free na akoi ade bi e besi wo mrasha bedefie bia ye beto so aba. How is it possible? Say both parliamentary standing orders and after your 1992 constitution, I can in full black and white terms. So we are Brasha Begani, now your power, so we are second deputy speaker. Now we got Rasa Konyano so, now we to every Wakonya now, what is so some Brasha Begani now, what to free swa, wafiri tebia baako ekọ tebia foforo mu tebia wafiri no ne se saa bra woto free wakonya so no wonya mrase badwani bio bra wokotira speaker akonya no so no wabe sigina ya na se wafa di brese speaker of parliament anya bia abambabe na temu na wobuye no efiada no eye wankasa wo pani wadwuma mu boss e na bu sa atan no anya bia anidie ani obuo de e wo so de ma opani saade de ko so no na me si gina bia saade no se mo hwe eye Joe Wise said you see ye normal e wo Ghana mraso bedwafie enra na saade no sa ye frɛ no anidie a wo de ma wadwuma mu pani no e ko so ana question back no afei so mame samra back to parliamentary standing orders and the 1992 constitution eka eti wutu to every wakonya no so samra se bedwadi na wo kotira speaker akonya no so a akonya na wo samra se bedwani sa wo beto aba no sa akonya ni ni hobio wo de mame kenkan cha se de be ya wo be hunu se nye bosiremu kabi the 1992 constitution besraw ko eye 104.2 article 104.2 was it neither original nor casting votes. I face about parliamentary a year standing orders. Now, what a Maminka 104.1 no, a year 1992 constitution. Where the war say the word at least half in maths inequality equation means either half itself or any number more than half. So at least 2 means 2, 3, 4. I face so Sausha 104.2 na a kasafa. Obi a woye mrase bedwani na wakotena eye speaker akonya no so saa bere na wakotena ho no you have neither original or casting votes woni original or casting vote eti woni akonya sa obeto aba eti ba na sai ena bra no mo tinkan ko fo mo titum se 2022 budget ni yanyin tum no speaker no eye honorable Joe Wise first deputy speaker ebane say and ode ne ho kan ho say mesoma kan me ho aka ho bi morally legally it is flawed afei yehwe parliament na ankasa standing orders 1093 it explains original and casting votes that is a deputy speaker or any other member presiding shall not retain his original vote while presiding. Eti Joe Wise u vote na u vote ye no penia ye kinkan wa hai sa wankasa wo ye mranim ni wankasa wo di kwa adwendwen mu a eye legal na se eye illegal ye bisa eye legal na se eye illegal Ghana for bi so bisa se e ba ne sei e na donkuma no so o man betena ho na abato na ekoso no ana se enkomo na ekoso no o man fo mu ho ambagimu bi e ba ne sei eno Harry na Idris press conference na se no Honorable Muntaka Mohammed wo chechiremu wa bra ye kwa ni ye bok clip na chom ba say me pese o hwa de bi ekoso mraso bedwafie yenko said ye enkomo twetwe no esi koye e wo Ghana mraso bedwafie enra na fei ye ba ma mo kwan na mo so mafre na ma betre ma adwen e wo ne esi ye no hwade o esisi ye
to consider this matter. Mr. Speaker, for the awareness of that, I shall read on the 13th truth, which provides, whenever the House is informed by the clerk at table of the unavoidable absence of Mr. Speaker, the first,
unless there are present in the House not less than 1/2 of all the members of the House, and the sets otherwise provided in the Constitution, the question proposed shall be determined by the majority of votes of the members present and voting. Mr. Speaker, this provision is fortified by Article 104 of the Constitution, which provides Speaker of the Indulgence would read that except 1041, except as otherwise provided in this Constitution, matters in Parliament shall be determined by the votes of the majority of members present and voting, with at least half of all the members of Parliament present.
Say aye. Aye.
maame na no ohira atade move no meba no so tobo enkoba bia maame na no ohira atade move no meba no so paasa na meba no so no enwumba na no moto no abamu awie nyame bose o nyame pese wode ohaw ene ahokire to de maso eye nyame bose no se ye ba betua momoto na obi pese wodi dwa ewo momoso no ye de ade so abato no so no eye nyame bose the battle is the Lord's nie okuni ye nyame ko no enu nie mode ahokire baga na ha say wo say be kasa abama wie Nyakopo ne mu kwa pam dabai e ka kira mo se mobo tuo yi ene to ahodo ene aka energy deal no ene ejapa deal ya mo de ba ba ye konson e de achichiri Ghana fo achichiri omo na wo de pira wo mo no wane ka to say nyame bose wane ka to say nyame bose ye ka say the voice of the people is the voice of God no eno na e de ebra na mu bobo budget no ho mudi ho nkomo ewo eye mrase bedwafie fiada no wa mu na de krata bra mo ewo mrase bedwafie na nya MPP fo na nya NDC fo na ye Ghana fo matu abom omo say oman na sei na munya de ye eno mo de petition bra mo e kire mo no ma wo bu hia ewo 2022 budget nim ena anya bia ye musa question bi Harry na Idris busa asa question no mi gina asa question no so asa busa asem bi anye bia no ebra mukoye meeting tententen fra no pa ekosi awia brem awia nwumere brem ho no mukoye sa meeting tenten no bankro ben na mukomu entiase ben na ko aso nia NDC for the two manim NDC for mo mrasha bedwafie e the two manim no ehun komo no sen na si koye eno ma sen e wo NDC for nsemu e na mugitu mu krata nasa dansie ade edi adansie se consensus bi koso no mo fa me kire Ghana for krata ben edi adansidie na mudi betima be kire Ghana for say there was a certain level of consensus am reach here kenene dia anaju betima wia edura no pa ya no abeba me ahwe e ho ne eduro no afa maame na no o sha atade move no Ghana for bi so se omo MP a wo domi kwa benya no wo munim se ne kon mu atwitwa ba miensa ho fe pa maami adwasafo de awon fe de nyame de ata no maami amafo bebere busa se eye honorable adwasafo a na mimi busa eye honorable adwasafo wo efonyi a wo hunu e wo TV so sabre Ghana fo busa se eye ono ana ye busa obi ansi gina ye bia obi amu atan bia Ghana fo busa Ghana for biso say woni ni nua baabi omudi nse pa titiro omumuma sa besi omuhwene ase omudi nse etise say the nose mask no wo de kata wani krampa wan hwe kra honorable adwasafo ni nua ne na mabaka sentafo sa na Ghana for bika ye bi so honorable adwasafo wo ba Ghana mraso bedwafie enram pa na wono na uhunu no TV so ya na sabre efonyi a ya freeze dia kirewe eye honorable adwasafo na Ghana for bi bisa but you see where a side issue honorable Kennedy Japan ye call a side issue the here Ghana for and say sabre Ghana for dodo na asu e dia kire Ghana mpanimfu a wo mo bepo ma chawsere mo say yento abamo mo a mu shai kire Ghana for say sabra tumi na bedi ensem no munya temamufo ma munya ahwefo a ebra na ye inaugurate ye mampanyi no wo ka say oman na boso de obebo ho ban ene Ghana for na kai mu o say eyasem a mu kan yo say ye mo baba boso no ho ban na ba ne say no mabobosia over 220 billion within 4 years. Within 4 getting to 5 years, Ebane say, and a mama, ye card that ho, na ye 120 billion, Matimamana Nantia, a yako do 400 billion, Ebane say. And a Bosia would do a mabu bono, a dear pan, a mubeti with their tire, a bra getting in Tiasiaswo, a basukumu, a basupitimu, a bar quine one, a dear pan, a mubeti with their tire Ghana for. A question Ghana for Bisa. Na to awodo amode atoto yeso emu COVID-19 ayade akodie wo coronavirus to ho ne to kasie sei yade akodie wo coronavirus to e wo ho ye wo banking and financial crisis to eno so wo ho banks here ye gugu ni any microfinance here ye gugu ni 2020 budget mu ye become yet ase e ma mraso bejafo G2 mu ye de sa to ne baaye hey ye de border to baaye enso ye krom efi ni ho ensam say na sitie eto wa nyina wo ho ene to ahodo a ye de atoto ye fa anwo so ama ye fa anwo bo dan ne dan nyina na ekosoro no wa nyina ye Ghana 40 paye afa Ghana for pekwanya ye mpanifo be ye free sa de we mu a na mo de mobile money to abeto Ghana for so afa ebusuafo a woketa a na no atorient ensuo anase epo etwifo omo so ese omo agapade omo adan ese bebre ni ba bi te enkwara wo so omo ko suku dan na dwegu na ye bisa se Ghana ban ede eseseye ede sika na ade kwa akoma eye ketafo ya budget na nka ho hwe akwanya mo boss free 2017 some mo ba baye 2022 budget masadi abesem akuntabuo emaye na mo se tu anamo se mu be ya de we e de ahotira bre Ghana fo na wo temra se bedwafie e to nyom se abamu awie na me boss na bamu awie yei ene de break 8 we MPP ni na wo hwe me na do paya me bisaw yei ene de break 8 so man da wakoma so a ye bisaw sa de we ene de break 8 ye buni mane ekwan ye ba fa so na ya titumi ni ya betra abamu man but the enti amu abamu de enye mo hiasem edi enti na mo abamu se oman ni betum pon e ba sa na montuo na sai na esi akọ edi e pa no matima ye ama oman Ghana abaye krabehwe na no na meka cho Rwanda mpo omo ewiemu san a ye fe no Rwanda Air Ethiopia our airline yet Ghana has say your aviation ministry question they say how far with Ghana Airways? How far with Ghana Airways? Keteke kwan your railway ministry. How far with Keteke kwan? Ebetiwa boa na krom said your krom esi ayase no etima bafem. And no me here ya de nyama asem. Ye munimane ekwan ya yesu betiwa kyese ye na tumi ni say ensem. Ekwan ya ye betiwa kyese ye na say Ghana for the tumi na mayai. It is ye twa for Ghana for so kra boa and fire ho. Sa ne tichiri kro. Sa ene tichiri kro. I am a yasam penny 40 samo, me jina manim, na me kasa manim say, I am a ya. And you suba, I don't know. That's not how I was brought up. Edward Minka didn't bring me up to stand in front of elders and be talking like this. Agnes Minka did not bring me up like this. But baby, I do know. Ghana Mebru, I was here, my prayer. Ya datin ti. Said, can I for no titefone ye be my hair? I find a brenner drum, and was so. Say ye benya ahodi bi eni brebi na yakase tia no ma emo mining kwanenim. That is why I'm talking like this. I'm not talking like this to gain favor from anyone. I don't care whether MPP or NDC or PND semuna ye be catch am somebody semunu. Ghana that inti. Semunu na doso. E show tap on china ni a what war. E say Ghana for a war. Takes the country for say war. Ghana mebunu say war. Ghana man say what? It is a war bam, na ye the tumi no asa won sama. When ye or henny be where ye so. One betina ye so, what by sa wo be som ye. Ye kemi mami gabi a mamuano, and my acquaintance, ye better ya drink. And ye do mamu. It is a dodwane casam, not dodwana, do many trebia. You have no choice than to listen to the masses. The masses are angry. Ghana for dodwane galai. Ebi na nyom to for e de aya nyom for the first time budget abakrom na osofo de ya nyom was a budget per year girigo for the first time echebibi for the first time ya the budget abeto dwa e wo mrase bedwafie ama mabunu asore e de krata abeto manim echebibi o Ghana mpanifo echebibi enya godie enya fadi agoro asem eye ni brasem mba makwanya no mfre na mo betre mo adwen na mo videos bi aka kan me be bata ho bat me hu se enframa na ebo sa bre no eye mrase bedwafie enframa na ebo Ghana panindie esu panindie papa su na ayira no eho na enframa na ebo akọ fre na kire wa adwen wo de se hunu na make be ka kire me sem me din se hunu na me so free TV no so catch me. But said the American, one of my yard, you also tell Adrian. I will quanya, and was here bottle or said by on my befan and to my perfra. Hello, morning.
Morning, come.
So, Bodina, baby, I'll free.
Come, I can go through you. Someone got trouble.
As I for Cassaniente, Mentia, Quassam so.
Oh, Medaki. You come out him through. That was a bano. It's more than papa. It's more than, cause on duty, my phone. Let them say, or trade being ever took down the book and say, obey your president. Cause your president to be anyway. Come over, who saw the budget. I would have to my photo by day. Maybe I can kind of city. Now you bet him 40 is so we're going to be for so that things. I bet you want not 10 cities are you know more. Take it man for your bread. Why, papa sitting here.
I'm a trap fire so was a bamwe. What you have when you boss in ye? Medase, as I'm from Medase, you go for a for so tentem, Oba Bonito Mammy. Hello, morning. Bodina baby out free. Within a baby out free. Isaac and the ending Chiaquasam so tentem mammy.
President Akufo-Addo ni who is HIV. President Akufo-Addo ni who is HIV. President Akufo-Addo one famera enya juma. When him say nura bana or to wanya juma safo.
Media minim una woka wa asem minim.
One mame
menya test bia nya DNA test bia minim. Aye bisa.
Yeah. Se amenu ka sei. Nti mobile money na se hello.
No how meet you?
Mobile money na se ye no. Se me de me fa misika me ya mobile money biom. Obegu mobile money. And the two President Akufo-Addo famera nya juma. Over NDC for MPs no. Na woni o matena se. Se we president o afro mo ase penyini. Ten na e be no. Na se wo de patapa mera na wo fa nya juma na obia udimra NDC for na nimra first NDC wo abamu. And Article 71 Constitution of
Medase, at least one make you point. Medase. You go for Frosso. Hello, morning. Tentem crowd. Good year, Munsamu Bezis here. Hello, morning. Bodina, baby, I'm free. Hello, morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Bodina, baby, I'm free. Kasadietio.
Yo, Meda was in me or Jumapa, we had brought Ghana. Mammy said, incoming.
Debbie, and Jared Boss, or Quasam no so, nay, Quasam no so.
Minia, as about the question is, ye capania, where we are Nankarifua. Ye can't pay me Nankarifua. President Akufo-Addo or Kamubi. No somebody who did by Mamma, me ought to boil a boy. Na manya mi 200 cities amidi sani mami a wote boy boy. Che won kwa hinko didi no. O di me tax. Me mami no so gwa dia o di me tax. E dia ko no. O di Ghana. Ye bi bia ko sia wa. Ye o yi o ja ko sika. Ye gas fan o ja ko di sika. O di ko di sika.
O sa don say be kan ye gold. O sa don say be kan ye gold.
Ah o ye san ye ba we. Say na uba no ka try Ghana for. Kusi ya tisika so ekwamdi. Ya so sika so. Na dia papa bindi. Papa ta ni papa suba no. Ah wodi ma try konda so. Every na wo sua no.
Medase. Mami go frɛ for so. Me fa be mienu na fe Roger said ye wo si ye one map what touch line ho no. Nya yize. No tim say ne okura nsem pa. Hello morning. Mr. Bodina baby a free. Ma onne so wate ma onne so atade kokko ya me tie man sane kwa yo ye tie o
Odo by day e wa ju na timi nua e go to for yankuma ti na se bi do e mane na I don't know ye betim by day dem ko do ana no so mi tawo ta kana
Ubiza yaso ye biza Medase, first here ya. Mami for frefo twato. Na fe ye the jaso abada wie ye. Hello morning. Hello
morning, brother. Good morning.
Mr. Udi na baby free.
But Femi Muni mi fi Newtown.
Muni yetio.
Si sankrofo we wo ho. Ade omo pese omo ye wo Ghana wo ho. Nyami o suri na be tisi omo ka. But Femi Muni mi fi Newtown.
Muni koso.
But brother Kwame, mi fi Sitapo. Brother me say, danko for we won. ade mpese mu ye okrom ha nyankopo hata suru na be chio mu ka nyame be chio mu ka pa ya ja mu amanyame ya ja mu amanyame nyame na be chio mu ka endra se no mama yakuma ya no ho nyame be chio mu ka ya ja mu amanyame
me da say but the me ya wo nyina mu se omu wie no mo se to nyame nyumo aba mu awie onyame bo se no aba mu awie wo de to obeto Ghana fo so wo de ahokire ba e wo krom ha wo se aba mu awie Ghana ni a wo hwe me wo de fa saase mu kwa adwendwi mu ai enkomo no ye beto aso Murtala Mohammed a member of Parliament and wa bra sa no ma wo nyina ekoso no omra se bedwafie ho ensema Edia say was ye bisa no and anopa ye bebusa no nyame nkwa no mebusa questions no me mam kwa na mafre na mo so mo bisa the questions Murtala Mohammed obafia na anopa ewo tonton sansa wa bro man na tenase basa bre dia agudi ebu nsam konfo Roger Emmanuel the sports monarch why crowd what they best see
And then person so say Toto Sansa Sagro say about somebody no yere somebody nyade bro na onim say nche na ochi no e baba kwawie na that Friday big game e bass we Bermuda fine game e bass no Tvxyz sinafi Power FM ni ade hihye so ma downtown park na sa match no emrepem mi akasa me share awurem yie pa na ya teams ni mienu say na obi camp nioma se ko na motivation to say trophy no anya bedu ana se bedu FIFA for na ba na anomunya mai ni nyina no ye de ho sem ebeba na fe other news ye bewremu ewo the Black Princesses of Ghana ka che onim so mo so agina kono na uchewie World Cup qualifier no so ye bedomu suko kakra na fe awremu ewo Ghana onim se FA Cup eno so ene match be ko so chira games a wodo be ko so na fe ma no so omo Super Cup no se biso e ko so teams be eno so awremu so ewo semi final na ade a ye ne nyina se ba ye kwamo no ni so a onim se Cristiano Ronaldo ewo bodyguard bi na di asem ana ato sa bodyguard na fe Patrice Evra onim se ofie bibrem na mo si akade ma Senegal na wakasa e di afa goalkeeper fe Edward Mendy ehu di ensem no waka ne nyina eye ensem ahodo a ya boa no na no pe ye di Evra midin edi Roger Emmanuel betimi afre me the sports monarch na prepare British my botela na afi hello koku nyina ete kira na no pe me di jumere no Evra ye tifo enchase na ye mfafi the Black Princesses of Ghana ka che onim se onomo ejina kono na ochewi mo kopie mu ewo Lusaka na omukono we 2022 FIFA World Cup qualified game eno ebas na Ghana ene omanya ifene Zambia ena di pemso Sunday ena sa game na ebas enra ena coach Benfoko atumi ahihye ema players a wodiom ekogiremu nyina no wonom etofi Ghana asia omodiom ni akiremu ewo omanya ifene se Zambia yese kura ifene Lusaka ho ena se omodiom hu akira omukofie sa mbobo no bibia betimi akoye kamane no ena jumede na se no oda woni kiremu se jumede kese ebas no Evelyn Bedu ono deputy captain akasa edima the Black Princesses of Ghana de atuja se omukọ camp ache na ojiri sambobo omu aye no bibie ne ono ebesi nkwan se the Black Princesses of Ghana ono mo entimi enche Zambia for yenti Evelyn Bedu.
Should expect a lot from us because we have been in camp for about 3.5 months now, so I think 3.5 months is enough for me. It's enough for us to have a good preparation, and we are going to make ourselves proud and make Ghana proud too.
Okay, tiano ayen sama to say every bedo sahima ana sahima bedi chire the Black Princesses of Ghana nisem awde atiza no china coach Benfoko wono say kasaka krafa preparation o maye na fe team no call camp say na no Mexico e ana bobo o maye against Zambia no wakasa dia friend no so yenti.
I think so about 3 months ago we started the camping, making sure that we can have a formidable team to represent the nation. At this stage, you can see that we are now departing to Sukaka. We prepared very well and have some series of friendly matches which we are always positive of winning the game. So for now, as we are going, we just have to go there and make sure that those players we picked, we're making sure that we can give a good result so that we can beat the nation.
Okay, ti ora befoko Princess of Ghana coach ensem awodi atujano no ti oje squad no se na city a wodi place ahoro na ko good person no e makoma komiensa na wodi omo kopie mu se na ochewie no e dey Princess of Ghana bibia betimi akoyi good person no oje se na city a Cynthia Collan wono e good park Grace Bawa e kan be na fi e bayo e fene se Farana e Ziblim wono esina kan rema Bolgatanga ladies omo e good person omo din si epie mu na okọ defenders na ye wo Tedina Ochri, wano Kubina fi Louisa Enimwa, wano sinu Kubina fi Susanna Amadia, wano si adia, wano sini din kauna fi Aisha tu Yakubu, wano Kubina fi Abena Anoma Puku, wano esina kain Edema Pimuda kwa ladies, wano se Kubina fi Anastasia Echan, wano Kona fi Ada Defenders nibi Zoliha Fuseni, wano esina kain Edema Piape ladies, woko midfielders na, yawo Evelyn Pedro na fi Azuma Bugri, ana fi Monica Adai, ana fi Elizabeth upon womunyina midfielders a womu se ekoyeko wingers na ye omafia nyame na fi Grace Enima wono se ekobin Jafaru Rahama wono esina karima Zakes ladies na Doris Bwediwa wono se ekobina fi Susanna Dede Tei wono se ekobina fi Constance wa Ajman womu wingers a womu ekona fi ye co strikers na ye wo Mukarama Abdullahi Deportivo Alaves ho na wono esina kana fi Ophelia Sewa Amponsa sina karima ampemuda kwa ladies na fi Salama to Abdullahi wono sina karima ye Bogatanga ladies anti we players a middle casino na ti se coach Benfuku edi emo jiremu se bibian so ebetimi so akoyin so edi amonteno ye kakra eno so efio no man no so eba na ye fio na fi fa ni enchiremu awon sebufuru dia na ye de ni echiremu awon manu mo Super League eno so no ekoso na onim se enra ade a games ni bi etimi koso na enye asem kitu akra na teams so far nyina qualify ewremu awo semi final no we se na city ase na ho sem city ade ampemida kwa ladies ono ma timi qualify so mo ewremu so awo semi final na mu na fi uda woni kiremu awo ye Hazakes ladies a omo so etimi qualify mo so semi final omo se no ewremu kama ladies strikers omo se ade omo nyina no etimi qualify a omo nyina so ewremu awo semi final no mo se bibia so ebetimi akoye kama nti wo hwe se na city na prison ladies munyina qualify we ni 4 teams so far munyina timi qualify e ma Nyankopon so e ya adum a e da ochena e yawada ye hwenem se semi final games no so ebetimi atoa so kama na bibian so hetimi so akoyete no ye ne fi e ma no akache no so eba iron some identify yewremu on some from yewremu our glorious Accra House folk come akache wonum se no mo ejina kono anyame e adum ne House folk come the 24-man squad fi Ghana na mo de akopimo ogira sanse Sunday omo gina kono omo ene GS Swara e de epem so we CAF Confederation Cup playoff game no e basa return leg no e tujwa ogira bonte so first leg has e show me kamenu a ono mantimi antiti do na hwe no se na uchewie no has e betimi afa qualification de fie no mo abepiem na bibian so akoye kama na omo kono omo de 24 players na ne atie ne se grass na wako ade this time no squad no beka wasanse abrante for Salif Ibrahim do na fe ne Di Maria ono se first leg do prayer and squad no nyade ane din atimi apiem ti grass na wako this time no ne din apiem our squad no ma se okọ na nyame ya dum na coach dituma e bia wako betimi ejeremu na wono esiaka na fi bibian so atimi akoye kama na no na deputy captain akasa Rima Has team no Mohammed Al-Hassan wakasa kakra e dia fa trip mo kona fi se na ne mesiko e wo Has team no se wigiri se ne wabeko yie no yenti Mohammed Al-Hassan ansem awode tuja
we dey mechanic down because yes make say for now no I say he did not move no I say in sheda any kind but me po match because last season no the same thing happen here make catch me say did na omunya no mu last season na omoba in their numbers but support to ye abra na ye da form anane man ko ye omode support to ye anyame chade yetimi be nya de nya no omofa sa gidi na nhye mu na me gidi o arehye mu say bibia
Entano yesema Mohammed Al-Hassan de tujanwechi wakasa kakra dia fa supporters no supporters se ne omuhia ani se mo de chita pa beta mo chi na fimpa ebo na ojide se supporters mu ta o mo chi a ne ma be ko yie dia Mahas.
Yeah, the time can say they are born home they say Abuwi and we are near too good to see if they go back to our drawing board. They will work on the mistakes kakra or park no so and a tactics are every work away match counter. Football there be anything can happen. We are going there to win. We are not going there to say we are not qualified.
Enteno yesem abrante fana Mohammed Alasa ensem awono so de tuja yemfa ni nkyeremu ewo ensemu from onem se na se dwumede kese ekoso ewo tiede sa wo ko picture ho na hockey dwumede kese ba no ye no nra na bibia so timi ba no we na opani a omoto omsa ade efre no as guest savana eye Professor Peter Twmesi onem se wono eye NSA boss wono akasa ekogiremu ewo dwumede na se na after se bibia ba no we no wode ne nsem kakra ade tuja wo dwumede na se yenkohwe nsem odi etuja.
Just about a week ago, I was here in this podium to officially launch the competition, and I have been monitoring all the excitement and healthy sportsmanship displayed by all participants. I must say that this event has been very successful and well organized, thanks to the organizing committee and the hockey association. I would like to use this opportunity to commend all athletes, the team officials, sponsors and all other stakeholders who made this exercise. To our brothers from other nations like Kenya, Egypt and Nigeria, we hope that aside the championship, you have also enjoyed the Ghanaian hospitality. With 14 clubs that competed in the championship, it is refreshing to note that the winning teams, that is the female class and the male class, are bagging a total of 50 gold, silver and bronze medals each. The very essence of sportsmanship is to promote unity.
Eteno yesem awura Professor Peter Twmesi ensem awono so de tuja national so say a hockey club from Egypt from Tarat omo na etimi AGM de na fe manager no so GRA almost from Ghana almost na manager no hono so mu na yenhwe mra presentation e koso na awura Professor Peter Twmesi edi trophy ni ehwe mo nsa no ehwe se na video no esietie. Okay, tano ayeni no se timi course no mo shano so se 2021 Go Face PGA Championship no nyame yadoma na no pe anonkron eno so e hyase e wo takwa damai ho na jumede na hyase na no pe ano era mpedefo yen hyase jumede na kasa betimi abase hwenim say about 44 professional golfers ena omo nyina hwenim say omo betimi di omo ho enso ahye jumede no kama kama se de be ya bibian so betimi akwenti mrepem no ne e be piemu e be fi obia no yere ho nsem enso e betimi e di adan yeti for kwamanoni na afi yansoro nsem no so na anopia na wonim se Cristiano Ronaldo ewo bodyguard bi sa bodyguard we na emre omo ne young boys ekokoball Champions League ewo Switzerland abrochimem no ekofa nsampi ediba na anopia ne atie ene se sa ne bodyguard no owo under investigation and perifogo so ehwehwe ne nsem sanse omo susu se enye Ronaldo adwuma no kwa no wo ye na yese ukọ Portugal yese ewo top eye politicians a sa paniwe osanso efa kokoem e guide omo ne ade a ente na mso ma perifo de atuja se mrano wabusu ntese de omugusu omu investigate sansema eno so ababetudwa onim se dano ana yofa ana FIFA Ballon d'Or no etimi eba se no ana best goalkeeper yerima goalkeeper fene se Donnarumma wono eye Paris Saint-Germain afi Italy omu goalkeeper no ana se abrante fene Patrice Evra onim se na chief Senegal na mo siakan yerima France ne nsem awode abetudwa nyina ne se lienti a abrante fene Edward Mendy award no ya fa ma ne nyina ne se because oyobibini oyene patutum ntia nti wono ojiri se sa basketball na course no ye wia no ntina ka wose goalkeeper ye fe no Edward Mendy wono na wose sa basketball no eko edima no ntia no eyen sema Patrice Evra wono said tuja onim say on the 8th December UEFA Champions League basu na Barcelona ene Bayern Munich na ebona no ana ne yatene say coronavirus se na ne masitie na afi ko ane se course no wanhwa sa game no empenefo ebebon behind closed door no yen sema eno so eba Manchester United omo new manager ana interim manager Ralph Rangnick opene no edin sema de atuja say oba Manchester United ni first signing a obeye edema Manchester United say Malini Abrante bi we see akan hidima RB Leipzig ye fe no Amadu Hadari we see Sabrante we odine eba Manchester United no aba be jirem esi akan ediama United bobo connection no so say ura no contract awasa no say Manchester United no recruitment and afi coaches na de before nyina no sa anyway and e be in charge na afi waye ni nyina ediama United to oka so the player bi eba dia awo so hun say see ene be si akọ kwan bia so no player no e be timi aba United na afi nema akoyi kama na me di si na ma sori so akọ me gusu kai mu bio say nyame ya adomo a eda Friday obia aye krado say ye nyina ye kọ Downtown Park na afi Bermuda fine game no ye nyina so ye di kwa akohihye so na say owremu ewo Paul FM mo team na nyane tie say players it say Prince Kemo omako justify o Dubai aba sanse na TV for no so nyane tie so mo so akakọhye eye Rwanda ho eno mo so eye camping nyame adomo a ochina na TV for no ba bedu na players bi omo so ekọ justify na nkọ be nyina no omo nyina so ba na afi omo nyina ba bedu na injury de minyanti bi ye na bo mamafo bi na omo funu ayese yi no omo na se omo ye training omo hwihwiri na de ade a se de bi omo funu ebeju kakra na edanu du a na omo si park ne se dia ene enya se kito ka se radio for no normal level na akwa edin se omo benye obi a ono obetimi abo na afi TV for no so omo si goalkeeper TV for no so goalkeeper na hwaide mi see PSO krade budi no kotupo ni mu dia ene fala gosi bobo atum sa onu se me bobo bi dia ma radio for no na ma sa bobo bi dia ma TV for no ti sa da ni dia enya asem kitiwa kra enti bebi a wo bia no eno ane se odi bani ebe kiremu o Downtown Park na wa beta ye kirika kama astrotef no so ye be di asa ye wie ball ni bibia na ade a trophy ni so trophy no so skashe mu o enti ani bire ball na ye ko bana ani bire o because wa obeji trophy no sika wom uwia oni team ni ade nyina ye nyina ye ka koka bom na ya gie ni kama enti mi de medical abo ha mi she 2 goals de ma radio for no wia na ba she 2 e de ma TV for no na ba jan kan no e de ma omo anwa kana fi goals no omo nyina abo atum na bibia nso etimi akoyi kama timi ni say radio for no omo the lies of Abwaje Abwaje the Costa unse onu ebe jiremu na Raf nso ebe jiremu na sector ni position no ma ya onbese obeka eso we dia mehwehwemu mahu position na sector bobo sanse na yewo Emmanuel Netemu na ade omo nyina de ejina ho na Prince mu na ade wisdom mabisa na ne position no ono so onyankan enti mrepemu no ne position obobo ono so minsa beka na fi mini nyina betuja ye ko radio for no so a onim say radio for no me yakasa mi jirem na prepare the British man ejiremu sanse na Prince K ejiremu hini ba bani ebu ama ono say ejiremu Big Mike mu nyina jiremu Emmanuel Owusu the winger money show producer ono was captain number no say oni Mugabe eko ho anu ye behwe na face ayi shuro ya hwe na bibia etimi akoye kamanti nyame ya adumu a that Friday mu meta echi na games no bibia ntimi nye kama ye beji ani o oba ha bibia duane ha nsio drink dey na benum bibia ye ready o enti odi de utinefie o hyedem a ahwe a masa pie abonten pie ni nyina ye kwaji ani nipa so ye de ye ba ye besa akọ enti mu manji ani awasase so ansa na daachi no ye kọ heavy na ye sanso ye den ye kọ akoto so awo hono mu kama nti nyame ya adumu a ye hia ni se wodi ebra ne beta echi asa na opese wodi a obedi asa ama wani ade wani aji kama nti me twon park no so Friday Farmers Day no ya ye juma ya bre ne hu ko ne bana dade anti beta echi na bibia so enkos nyame ya dum ochina ye bobo modin se both teams ni nyina no both radio TV ye nsa be ka obi a na omu nyina teams no obi eyi nkrofo no maba na obi abedwa no num ni ade na obedwa we num wie ni ko park no na ko tete so a hona wa kasa ba say yes ntino minimosi me ko sa radio kwame menkan aye krado a tese toto sasa na obeto aso oto aso ha wi a Friday wasanso kosi park no so na mo say kwame nka fi se me ba de bia oba o do dem dika na de ade a be se me say park no so se na radio ni TV so the performance sitie no be se me hu say pepe o park no so na sports fon de ye be kire mu say yes ye nye radio su kasa keku ye game an kasa head okwaku mu na ebotela no mu na de ade a basa bo na jiwa fancy park no so ye be twi mu wa be da fom o be say yes enti me di mosi nyame yadoma ochena ye ne wu sanso hia afia gode wu nsem ye mfa ne nyina emfa mro di basi bye bye we call.
Welcome to the Royal Dazzle Event Center. With a lush and well-maintained lawn and garden, you are assured of the best serene and comfortable atmosphere to organize all your family and social events. Live the royal moments here with friends and family. The hosting capacity of 600 to 800 people makes Royal Dazzle the most versatile of places to host weddings, parties, funerals, conferences, concerts, and many more. Create your memories with us. Call us for inquiries on 055-814-8585 or 024-620-2144 or pass by and speak to any of our friendly staff. Locate us at My John, close to Zoom Lion headquarters. Royal Dazzle Event Center, creating memories.
If I cry na menyisika, etia ye mefui.
Ehin fa na menya bosia, edia tre medwuma yimu.
Kai cry mabre, me busia ato taxi foforo. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yemamwa kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodo bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekokro bosia, susu account, and it so wɔ hɔ savings account, me bada chain savings account, and the keka ho. Press Suhum Rural Bank was 03422919896. Na won so what to me aka sɛ.
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka owner.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
We are one man short. Should we invite him?
Yeah.
It be old cargo.
Can I join you guys?
Yeah. Always brave, fresh, natural, X, mineral, water.
You still got it.
Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
Elsia for na wase se oguso a wo hwe tonton sansa adwumadi anopai wo Tvxyz so enne ye bosome foforo ya atwedi amponyankopon ahyehye ede amaye na senra ye kwada ayese wufuo na ade achi anopai wa me asori ahoden ni ahwekemu nkwanti wo se ade aseda ema atwedi amponyankopon wo mpempenso ya wode ya bedue nim se December obey very nice to ye nyina se de wode ye hyase November na oye brebre no de ready December imu no obey ye bokoboko saa nso no de akwakowie mi ewie ye braso si etwa mfoni no ede chonti mfoni kese bre ene ede so mo Tvxyz so ne kai wo se nyame adma wo chena na chifiada ampaye edwa ewo Magdan Park enyasem ketwa kra ye kwosese gugrofo bi wo mo na atimu ye enyasem ketwa enti minim se Tvxyz tahwefo nyina da nyame adma morae oban ma ba be support ye se de beye ye betumi akodi nkoni ma banya sadia ye do mienu e wo bi kapa dwada e wo video ma se anya sem betwa ne ye kan sa ne ye ka wo se na de chene me nda so a ye nyina ye call Outright Event Center ye wa Jiga no e be Port Belly Restaurant na ye de CEO Startup CEO Summit 2021 no akwahehye so e de amamo akasa fo pi no abedwumadi na se abecheche yan se botichi wa fi dwumadi de atoso and building big businesses from startup level for national development in Tibra na ebe ka ho bi se de be ya wo so ba beji nimdie ne bi na o kwa akwhye wo de ase a wo hu se de obe ne kakra na fe bre ne so a emu atre na aba be kakra de ma ye si yo be ne anti be kasa wa se Tibra wo nim no a na ebe hwe no e wo dwumadi na so obe be bia test wudin se bia te se wisdom ha obeko bia no wa send wisdom no de attend aka ho na wasende e de aba 0244260960 and 0244942894 and 02448710 0248712812 number si mi ense nyina so obetumi e de afaso abebe osekwelese so oguso e ma onsase e de ye won kran sase papa ya manso bi ani so sase a wote so atimi sampa watena sase papa so e wo enkran ne bo fofofofo bronya de donkomi adoma da so bra na beje odie ansana aye too late otono ne e ma blocks ne e chew e bags of cement so e de aka ho wo ka betumi de aba me aswape e de ama wasase wodudodo wa baby a fire station ne wono ho na be ho ye obstacle from the omudi ehwanimom for 0244684069 and 0266101406 0240933748 ofra na je said one no ostek penny for ebeje oso eba ngomasua ene ho tete papa dia Ghana Christian University College womo ena abaye ba so obwa ama ehumasua fapem papa yensaka entine courses no edroso pa no mo kire wo mo ahwe ho na esi ni twa adwuma wo mo kire nkrofo mo mbeti si ni twa ase enti se opeso do ho ehye si ni twa adwuma die mu a ene wo mo ninkita ho no won cheche se de beye ne le wonnom ne we mu a wo mo ate si ni twa ase enti Ghana ha ba bia ya yedi si ni twa won komo a wo mo ho no osusu betumi ede wo ho akwakwhye ho bi wo mo kire surveying and geo information engineering, one green energy engineering, human resource management, in central adwuma woman, one be banking and finance, so much courses ne doso in Tibra. Na Ghana Christian University College for MFM, where regular courses, weekend courses, sandwich courses, or yebi, and afe online, into Emudia Openo, or apply na fe kwano ebama wa that is all do ho ababeshim for 0204069583 and 0576533307 number si mi no e na betumi afre na waginchemu bia de afa ho na akwa amran hia dodo wane adenta kwantempon no so a obetumi ene wo makodi engita ho na wama ebi anakwa ghanacu.com o internet ne so a ye no so wawie na enche yebekom entini ye ka se wo ye be ma no wadi mfie aduasanum e de kro ya meme yi a wo mo samensa nifa so nyina wo mo atwam mfie aduasanum na wo mo bo mo prostate ho ban pa because ade ba ko ehia wo mo eso wo mo be ye sane de ye se be wo be ma na hu nsane wa ya na ahomete na so ho be sane wo na de ya odie na be ba de enye ntima hu nsane wo ahosepem said ye beye ni gie bebe fie enti wo hia prostate ye drop a meme do tatahwe ya eboabo ye prostate ho ba be bia ye kan for the mouth ese numbi na ebebo asiesi wa mo ye kama wo dwonso a wo te ya wo bu ha anadwo obetumi adwonso mprebe sedu oh enti we say bia oba Salomea na imagine so odwun so empredu ansa na de ache he mad ne kra fan games no enye de oh enti no wo se otumedwun so ba ko bia na de aka no wabadwun so agumu na ye fine but so obekwa washroom sa 10 times de enye ti ka che so wonom proster join ni bi 0244727028 and 0244754380 ofrani ama edru ho consultation Ghana Pharmacy Chemical Herbal Shops in name so okwa obenya bi wo ho na wato proster joy no be na dwun so efile afi kwan ni mu atere se yede emfoni kese yede da mo nsaba hodo ye aba yede bon kratem mo de nra esi ye o maga na mra hye bedwafi asebo mra hye bedwafi
se tumunum
hot na mi se o mo ate sinitwa ase wo ho pa
mate de
sinitwa ase
sisubio
sinitwa ase
o mate ase
enti ase se no in movie industry dem se movie the cop parliament ho niema wo mu yi wo de wo se etimi document ni yede to oda ache ye de
Oba ya huru de chense yo. Ama. Enye no.
Enye never
ta. Ya huru de chense. Woni kai pele we so. Pele we so. No omofra eyi ntuma taade. Tuntum ne ekoko. Afi ade bi si ya no mu nyina anu asesa. Hey! Ena de wo ye ne ya no ahwe ni yo fi so ochina. Ibi betime sia mo akai nia wo ye ne na anu amo aka se mi hu ya nka. And I go guy no training the and I do baby you. It ran no pie and one
no.
Anyway, I'm out for so near Casomoni and until Facebook Live. My main bobo a year messages in the so Tijani Legodo was say hello, good morning, Tvxyz and me Philip Bruta. I'm gonna buy MP and so share Africa Swa Adam Nana was say the 2022 budget has been approved for the betterment of Ghanaians to help and develop the country Ghana. And this budget is not only e-levy, that is, but there are other things that will benefit the ordinary Ghanaians. You know, say his regards to Honorable Mavis Howard Kumsen, where a message or the other. Lillian Akosia Bedia Kun on the Debia with the cheap message or the Bible say John Mahama furnished Parliament. The MPP said the furniture and carpets were cheap. 5 years in government, they are still using the so-called cheap things. With the huge same sum of money, Ghanaians haven't seen Gucci furniture and our Parliament ungrateful and two known MPP. On the message or the banner, Lillian Sanso can say, yes, telecommunication network, yes, why now Bobo 20 said yes, Yabo. Now I draw crowd was on there. You sure was soon, and then what they say is the Momo to on a bar, a bear, then pass a quick loan. Obetimi enya be huntremu PSA de bebre but Dr. Down Blow a message or the free brimstone appeal with Sika was say for the record the 2022 budget and economic policy statement has been rejected and no attempt of maneuvering would save them. Sadly, some lawyers are finding it difficult to justify the machoism that transpired yesterday. It is not curious that even most of the government's allies are against the killer taxes and other unpopular decisions contained in the 2022 budget. We a messenger, Dr. Downblow, and so Edia Baze man mehu and I feel so Philip Abuchi also to Facebook Live with the chi then Yetibonka Yehunu nyina e Ghana web and I feel so YouTube XYZ broadcasting. Kosua mi entonka titiri wonia kosua e Ghana mrashe bedwafie. And krata ne doso mbra no so kwa na ekwanti yensim sisi na yen sha ase spark car no je ya wodom
papa bi ya wodom
ya ne beti baga say abamwawie ya ne right no
bo she de here
ya bo she no 11 bo she no abamwawie
50% increment in government services DVLA any passport
abamwawie
births and deaths registry
abamwawie
and afa mortuary abamwawie ode ufuru koto a sese eno so yatum 50% eno so abamwawie ukowo akwara wo hospital na ukoye
hwanim na ka kire
birth center dabi se me hwade rade no ese me targeting
baby
ese baby na baby na ese me nyede na makwa hwe ni penny maka etim jamela me baby ese ukowo akwara na ukoye birth center mana enka ni sika na utua no Ohamo bu pay 15%. And also Abamowie. Ntino enro say Adwasa for so aba Parliament.
Abamowie. Hey, now with him Ebenezer our World Junction. What the message from Kwabenya ba say Kwame Pume say wo ba eye Kwabenya amafo bisa say say ye MP no wo betima aba branche beje fina ebesi ayi free presentry ni ye hu MP ni na Ebenezer Sandos also say it was to abani wie ya wo fa ho wan na wo kono na ekyerese no wo sa aba eye ye mpeso aso ni abedi nkomo ana wo se besi na wo hu no
kwa me ida say Adwasafo wa yekese ana say say ne moma no ebia menim de wa ye ne because moma na ye hu ye hye no smash no de nya Adwasafo
we de hu ye
Adwasafo moma no ho esane from kakra
ye bepo na valley hu ni valley
Adwasafo moma no o share picture no critically a obetuma ko internet so ni pa hye no smash me me tuwe se me hye no smash ka se na me moma tie sa na tie me fon me yekese obi moma no se na tie na tie me kon ya hu atwa 5
wakai
ai 5
programming kind
eti me kon na atwa 5 me hye no smash na woni me a obetuma kan me kon no
o yekese ya
me yekese a e wo ho me fon a e wo ho
eso nte we yekese eso
nte 5 me 3 na tie na tie eti Adwasafo moma no enti se me die bi e ya de te se wo die bi esane
wo se ya yezede
ya te se wo die bi esane e na wo hye blouse a se bi oni mpokua no enhyehyɛ
sabrano wasesa brano
enhyehyɛ no kon ase esane
brano
na so awo
owo ye ne kohwe ne vetting pictures na wo hye nose mask no na hwe ntale a na hye no enye de se Adwasafo na nipa na ehu no ho no ade tira wan kasa enura na no ye se ye friend say so
a good question
oh you nose mask will be ehu ya Adwasafo ade tira when you nose mask am ye na ni no me say picture na ehu ye no mun konkofa picture na ye wo parliament na mun twa na mun fan compare Adwasafo time call vetting Adwasafo pictures be bra wa she nose mask wo internet so mo hwe mo ma no eyo no a ne mama sane nipa we ya nipa we ya o che parliament ro ne mama ni insane ne mama ni gina hot se
bi
wo ye kese abo
ne kon no Adwasafo kon no se na se twitwa no nya sa na sa nipa no kon twitwa ne ni no
it was one gin this say on
o mi ni nyono
te said the amount for anyway yankon krata ani why wa bra sa nkomo no so eko eno so yankomo fufuru esense ho te said mango aduaba no but sabre BNFT car assembly was say E11 won't significantly expand tax base and go for Mukasa 7 Deloitte Omona Kasa 7 was say it should be temporary even if implemented. It is a war afebo momo tuono say momo tuono mo de ba anya say ye ba bebie ekwan a ye fa so aboabo sika no e wo to egigye ho eno ya asema BNFT e dia betodwa CBD hits 1 billion mark in supporting individuals and MSMEs and what BNFT now government urged to build and protect crude palm oil industry and what page 3 on Saka BNFT I'll bet me I can go yanko
me fa daily graphic so e sha say daily graphic ko kunyin ni e wa ha majority versus minority decision approves 2022 budget approval unconstitutional minority comes with a photograph of Harun Idrisu minority leader you start initiative game changer Ken Oforiata or also and so ewa hasia ene anope graphic de abana se no ansem esi e parliament na graphic abon tofa so na otu srebo ye dwaben hene na otu srebo to sumi no dwaben hene no so special supplement MC pages in 18 ewa graphic mu na brabo a wobebo ye tama obedi hene ni ade ni nyina ewa center spread a wonya bia na otu srebo ayuko yamawamu watra kodwa no so ache 50 years nyame hira no papa no wadi 76 years ntina se otumo se wayire no hopa owie university 1969 at that time university chale enye easy papa na nyini wadi nkyere pa nyame so hira nti ohwe mfonyi na wo ho na yire na busuafo mampanyi mahama Vatican okoye eni wo no otumfo ne abrofo ya wo choche o meni nyina wo ho na kese pa ne se no a edom kuma no eko merahye bedwafie se wono mo kwa akohwe bebi asusande bode hono beto eti nanka ni nyina mu ni se Friday no budget na ye de bae na yesi momo uko sende a ene 100 cedis wo sende me sende ya teme uko yi ya te uko ade ya te uko ye bibia ya te wo
boga senu sika
eno so ya te wo eno echi no niema ya tututumu aban abreso mo kire fi ni ade nyina ye ba betutumu a Ghana fo nyina esu abra petro boda so woni ye we ena dom kuma ne se Ghana fo bebre so akire mo nti o me Ghana fo be gina honom ko butia eno a na mo kwa kodi ho ano baba ya fe dom kese ne se hene ne ha Speaker Bagbe na sorinti dia ene yen so ye beje budget na tum ene bebe mkofa adwasafo de ne by de edi nom de obi kosi wo ye se wo ya adwasafo so ne moman se adwasafo na so wote ho enom koto aba ne wiye speaker wo tie gwam wo ye Fred say mrahye bedwani e wo bekwai asante bekwai he ya amamra de kyerese anase mra parliament for the adwuma kyerese wo tenam se wo ye speaker ye to about to be na so kan no ho ka ho edi nyina Ghana for say you know, say na me. It's woman yaji budget na tum. Nenso keno for yata oye Ghana photo samfo chire mo say wono mo behwe minority for consensus na womo agina so omo se o yanji budget ntum no nkanka ne se oko ketare ne potamansuo epui ko yiri fa amanfo ye access amanfo dan amanfo nya aduane ndi wo se omo bekwa koye defense war no womo hwe no ma per resources dia ye omo ko per resources resources okay brofo no kan ne de ni twi mu na ma kire mu no eti ni nyina ya ade e wo ho nti e no chim se yemfa ye ni kire you start no e bebo amaburu ni party 11 no yanyintum e ho e na dom kese no dom kuma no so koye press conference om koye ye Harry na Idriso na kasa ye ndra ye bobi wa power fm amote ye kire se we disappointed pa se standing orders e wo ho no ye Jo se wusu Jo wise we di ase ni dine and se amfata no bisa ndra eti akoye ne yo so ye o me disappointed na emum no om sisi ne wi ye ne be hu chale ye de bamra she be fio committee level a o so ebe kire o mo ne kire nti no e na graphic abodi nyina tofa e de abai na no pay na Kwame ne me de story so graphic so compel JUTAP construction to compensate me we krani bi a owo suhum mpotemo na wo hwe mfonyini ya eda he ya na se nsuo atuma yira fa obi kokofuo na opanyi ya nsuo yira fa de kokofuo we di mfie duosian son 67 year old a retiree na ya frano Abraham Tete na sa papa na wo se yewura kwesi amakwata ekoma contract bi 2 years ago se ekwan a ewo abisim dawa eno eben suhum potemo na sa kwan no a yese yekwakoyi no ena contractor na kwaku sinsuo etenefa o sinsuo ndi de tiawa ena wasinsuo no kwan nti nsuo na yiri ena afanafo ni nyina amanafo ne no ba nyina ahye nti ope compensation
nsuo na eni ay green ya potorobibre
apotobire na aba adenisa no apotobire eti opanyi Tete retiree o awado no kokofu wahomegiemu ye koye kwan ma contractor na kwaku sinsuo ne kwan nti nsuo no etene ba na bu afanafo so ekes bibre asenafo ni nyina nti
wabra pele cross wo brase bedwafie no obiafu nso asai
wie yameboshe
no yango wisdom finance kasa
First Deputy Speaker miraculously turns chameleon, approves unpopular 2022 budget, act as player and referee. Strange appointment hit bankrupt GNPC and Ani Adamalacha II declared illegitimate as Ga chieftaincy crisis deepens. But for me, Endra, minority press conference no and what is profound is that Harry Idrisu made a statement say going forward every voting they'll use a head count.
No, sir,
but yes,
okay.
Oh. And the voting is not going to be they are going to use a head count. But people yes, Obian sorry, na yenkan. Mo sorry na yenkan. Na ebimo ka say yes, Haruna obetumi akasa, but emra mo start appointment and then ministerial appointment vetting by yes o mamunji we muntum ekowie echi koja upon kroma how akumsin finance minister ampo ne vetting koye some way some style nyina no ankosi aga intino ebimo start punch holes into it. But for me what is important ne say say negotiations are broken and now we'll suffer. Suffering now more
consensus bengrum kasa
are breaking.
Say ya to nchen.
Na no man kasa corporation will suffer.
No, say
no ministers some kasa corporation will suffer no. Corporation no suffer.
No, in essence, you and I know. Say if the minority decides say I'm telling you today. Say if the minority in parliament decides, say whatever government brings it is the populace that also because government cannot run. Because take any decision.
That's right.
Because they have the power to say we and nothing will happen. Into no say corporation will suffer. Into mo say okay, so aban enya ministers are on to me erane NDC force be enjoy the aban ministry no information ba COVID information ba NDC for benya bi MPP for benya bi nti aka say NDC for MPs ka so mo gintuma. That means NDC for so bebre. That is the corporation or kind. But what is profound is say ebia woman say omaye muamu adodo. Sisi ano enough of the muamua. Because almost about come on, so it's no, but I'm not so sure a year Haruna Idrisu, Nanim Diano, said and will see Casana, then the body language. Now, to say not a before cacao. Yes, not as a Asamno Amen was a yetna see ye shiemu, Frano Panasa, Bessie Brano, or answer no more Namrashi with your few or Moyeno. Meeting him in an Omodum eto omenim. Meeting no NC. And obi sorry na power koi. In fact, majority leader say Mensa Bozu. Majority leader say Mensa Bozu. Wa bra wo kasa bra omude abato no ba na wie no. O confirm nia Haruna Idrisu ekan. Even Joe Wise ekan san. Ebobo no ma wo NDC for susu yemu no. Eni so omoji etu. And I was saying nie ntia abehia say e wo say o man no konanim wa bra omojiji sa no ma no. Atuti we de ade no twene nani da ho. Yes. And I feel so agro no ye nyina ye ni tua. Eti ye nyina ye nim said you be say after. But anope jasu now can about they didn't have the numbers as Haruna kan because article 104 now MPP majority ejina so ka say the approval on Friday was illegal. It was the same. And almost be jina so. And that was meeting na mesre that oseche mensa bosu to me be jina simply so eka say the article omu was illegal, and then you also come back and see the same thing. if I may read article 104(1), except as other provided in the Constitution, matters in Parliament shall be determined by the vote of the majority of members present and voting. With at least half of the members of Parliament present. 2, the Speaker shall have the Speaker shall neither have an original or casting vote. That's right. 3, where the votes on any motion are equal, it is taken to be lost. It is not Joe Wise when you're member of Parliament or Speaker. Yes. Maybe I'm not. Into free na kwenya so kwotena ho no na we free to be an woman that says member of Parliament for be for no be Speaker. Into oni original or there casting vote. Okay. It's not only to me, only to me. I bet you say onumpo eka ho yen kan no enka ho. Yes, all kind of no. But I'm a lawyer. And ye ka say, if you are a member of Parliament and then you go and sit in that seat, you cease to be a member of Parliament representing your people. Now you are representing the totality of Ghanaians as Speaker of Parliament. Inti order standing order 109 Poka say no question for decision in the House shall be proposed for determination unless they are present in the House not less than 1/2 of members of Parliament. Now, 3 no say a deputy speaker or any member presiding shall not retain his original vote while presiding. So why? Entina na Haruna ka say he was disappointed. No? But Chronicle Diaba, Matthew chapter 5 verse 42. No more tit for tat stuff. Live generously. Hey. Chronicle say, say, Matthew chapter 5 verse 42. But that is why minority guys say if they say they want to be fencing, we will suffer. And you, maybe I hear you. But asamne kamaya kwa to say sabri no sene esi kasa consensus building ese o mutumi hwe na o ma no ko benkomo me information am me ma package say ya minority for the call say look ye bu oman o ma je atum say taxes ya dia ye di bu man eti e to no tax net no a ye kan twima beka say wa buy to no no tax net no o buy mu sa na say o de kwa gigi scan ne ade a o mon ka say member mu buy mu sebio fanim die ani nyansa to ho ne buy mu such that o mo a wo mo enka formal sector no ho no wo bosume so a wo ye bosume adwuma ansa na ye betua aka na ye dika tua wo to de ama. That's right.
Okoto pizza, what's that to ato?
That's right.
Ofro car what to ato. It was sika be a bedu agana be a talk a humbi. It's added to
no be dibia
a talk a humbi. Eti a tona ye trianesano, and say a bino to me say, or more moon to be dada, a bini wamo, or more ton de anajo. Anajo Jerry phone ko jiska. Or more ebe Tony Mahomachi. You are quite good. You are quite good. Jerry for as far as I bet my forecast, 11 Momo Tuano. A bit my own buy at Tuomu. Dabby, who pass all buy to Momo Tuano, Deloitte for say, oh, what? Oh, pass all buy to Numbagaya. By a month for one more at Tony Mahomachi. First, no come say, our macho sorry now, by race more, not force no. Our machina or qua papa, uncle for no more and then that's all. Etienne, Sam for no moon to my castle interchange. I see Edruana Joa, Colapas Corre, I'm for your business and a job. I want your whole Munchiato. A cantonments, I'm for Ton and Yama or Quahom. Ghana for a month for crap page, my dear for Musum farm for baby, and I'm on Casa where Muso, and I do my for no cottage. A baby to Maniska, tax expert, Cassassim, we are the say informal sector and farm account. You see, Timemunino and Pomane Bayad, Wabra Wobem, Pomane Bayad, and said Timemunini, yet Timemufono. You did to say yes at 1 year, did you cool? My question is, what did you talk as your baba to a mam one to a man? Bagaya 20 na question is say a dear pan ye dear ni huna and as you met with the such as a dear dance say yenny a dear 20 Suku dine away and Kurana so goes to school. Oh, Yasi Yambranzana Yanantia Yatana Yakemu and Yakobia yete and I say Yakrum Yakwa name to 2 years. Aquarium Babe as you put it away. Eh? Because the government for 5 years, Mate a year ministry for railway. The so fast one day. Sanitation ministry. Your border to one yet the day. Cromwell National Yefi. Out to us our memory, dear Nabem, and a chain quiet free tema, a back now first, a month for to me for Bakrumo. And yet, Juma, meanwhile, we had a Ghana Harani Meta, or Becca say, ye ba, Ghana has say within 18 months, ye barber transform Ghana, ye free taxation and co production. Production, no, a Bible to my barber chase a factory say, na yes, first night exporting way, and ya exporting Exim Bank, Bosnia Yan, ye, one district, one factory. Ye can't Bosnia, ye bought Ghana Dima, Mamma for one district, one factory in Kahubi. And then could that drain some Exim Bank, free SHS soon can be 80 Bosia now, boy, now, no yeka, and then I'm 120 billion. I'm more than 220. I bet council as I say, and then I'm over 300 and say 350 billion. Question is, Sassika Namoji, where you demon, dear Panama, Pomako.
Me Quadia now the new publisher, the Democrat Adam de Twaso, a budget in one sub Hayon could be Miss Anson where the Camo Bossoha. Now, Yera Aban Suana Kingsford Bagman and so Kasawaha. Yes, you need her deal Dubai, but he's fighting from Dubai. Say, Bagman fight from Dubai, don't politicize my health issues. Yes, my pay or call Aquacofian Hoya Diana. Is a diabeto pastor man, you say more, and near to the Senia Basan was a Mesremo. Yarana make him Hoya Dia, no Yaman, your semenya politics, when you free one not, and no one some crate woman yet. Napomito 2 for today, and also a combo, ya crate or bo a more amane afro.
Was it
Napomit or 2 for today?
As a presidential visit too. And a vice presidential visit. Napop meets or 2 for today. Headline.
A historic meeting.
So Papa Neil, where this year for that. I don't see a natural. One time comment here.
The historic meeting is expected to take place at the famous Menja Palace. Yeah, Nana, any Napo,
Me say, headline way. Even to the front page.
Our front page,
Minister visiting Chief Nuna.
Well.
Announcement. Public announcement.
Historic to say, we see though.
No, too far at Timensia.
Oh, we say, historic number of media to one. I send a
historic say, no papa no too far. Napoko de Bia.
Hey, me my Ghana.
Internet Benianti ba TVXYZ story.
Historic visit. Benianti versus TVXYZ. Makes his way to Toto's outside. Historic.
Mr. Benny, Machiwa.
You backrat anymore crata first so review state contribution rate to sustain it and also a African Center for Retirement Research for Womo Ena Edison Semia Baba to just say yemshana your state contributions are yenye review yema bimeka hon said ye beya ebebo ma yemwa ye de fa hodo ma ye hwenu sie kwa homji mo ebeji ne bumu afi hono beye de esoma yen ya ebema ye ho atoy nti no so ho asem krata yebo man afoforo pinu aka ho and the new publisher the work krata no anope what they buy.
The Ghanaian Times, apartment for President Tvxyz to Kumasi abandoned. Page 16 has the details. Now scale up efforts to
no factor one for no. What's it? Apartments for President. Tvxyz to Kumasi abandoned. And the BIA mokotra.
Yes.
So Kumasi.
Yes. All the regions are. All the regions are a friendly residency. Into a regional coordinating council mostly a beomo. Into regional minister or quite a honor pretty. And now into no
we are protecting the public purse.
And what is important, they say way office and
I shall protect the public purse.
No, protect it.
I shall protect the public purse.
You go to your man for Canon Wabra. COVID-19 ama yesika asema ebasa you go to amount for Canon
omo ko home po
that's the jam and
say na so bi wo hwa so bi wo hwa na nkobehwe no ma
ebu obi ani wo mpo a ye wo enkofo mbe ye adwuma
regional minister Simon Osemensa is in the office ben ha but omo abandoned for the past 5 years since 2016 obi a enko ho ye
sama bi shema na
nti eno no ehon sem no 2022 budget approved at last. As majority reverses decision.
Ghanaian Times.
Ghanaian Times.
But is it not the same Ghanaian Times? I think Monday. No, we a budget. No, you approve or not?
Yes, Monday. Or say Monday. Budget
then
approved
the headline is
or not approved. Rejected or not rejected. I remember that was the banner headline on the front page. Ghanaian Times. 2022 budget rejected or not rejected? No, big question.
Okay.
But no, or say 2022 budget approved at last.
Yo, Mate.
This is Yevugbe.
This is
Yevugbe. English language.
Mamemfa yanko daily analyst mona stories me no na me pese me tackle. Near kan toll workers na aban atu toll booth no no. Adwumayefo no sebio yenim se omu bebre na eye omo a wonu madi dem kakra a wo ye disable obi o anan ananensa wonu na aban se obema adwuma na aban etutu toll booth mo no wampe alternative bi anfa mo ntia no a wo de bufuo ba mra che bebe fie na o masem na awerho utumo se wo nyina hu omo na sebio nkonkrofan ke se o man no kra bo mo ho ka efidio mo ana o kire o mo adwuma bi na o mutumi di fidio mo no no maboku jan ba mra che bebe fie I think say ya there is a ban etumi epe bibi no ye wo ho
we nyina achi wasa
mo numbers no insignificant o de compare o mai over 30 million people no as some Americans
don't even say Ghana for regardless of their numbers Ghana for
these people must be attended to so it's about to be sure
but say minister na kasa no work say wabra wo gi adwuma free ensem no obema ye bibi
afterthought
the question is bibi na wo de be man no da ben e no ne ye besia ene ye di ho nkomo.
But as some and say minority for eba ho ebe assure mo say asem no metam no me da Parliament and na no so honorable Dakwa Newman me hu say na o make a case for the MPP government say o mobile o maboa disabled people and as people living with disabilities no o say aban aboa mo it is aban aboa mo a kwai we na be kire say aban edwen sankrofo no na so mo nwe mo ho it we are expecting to honorable Dakwa Newman it won't be out of place obesa could be a question asking the road and transport and as a roads and highways minister and said then award the amount I think say now defend the government
yes,
this time I'll could be a question
and what omo aboa mo was to give a handful of them to operate in the toll booth. Ask yourself, 36 toll booths in the country. Nipa here on level disability no more to me employ or money now. For how long? Again, so we share district assembly common fund no crampona. There is an amount edema disability for disability fund. And no, and we common fund for the buy for the this year and buy.
I buy the cabinet 3 quarters.
Who they know? Who they buy
the cabinet 3 quarters.
Inti abemwe we no could mean say the hardship I pesa de bre Ghana for no abemwe we ebu pesa ebu Ghana for no abemwe we na
meto lunch am ko
ne ebone pesa de Ghana for no abemwe we
quick loan na one pesa ogunu no abemwe we because our character here page 6 comes with a photograph of Arnold Parker, who is CEO of AFB Ghana. AFB Ghana for now, one money MTN for it to me Emma Bosia a friend quick loan. And Ghana how be mobile money be to me Bob Bosia or MTN for her. Now Bosoma in the swan. When you see car now the two minimum be I say or no Bob Bosia 500 Ghana or MTN for now they starting the Buga and or shall to me a different ma. Now Arnold Parker one nominal MTN for ekwaji wo musika e de bobosia e ma amanfo se ye gi momo tax ni tuma sa quick loan ni de enya de a wo betuma ye free se e ho bo ene ade no enti em se ne minority for person mugu quick loan no majority for no ni MPP aban no em se abemawi
asem we na ama eye Eric Kwaku Akwa was sending a message on Facebook was say now I'll go to my hometown every 3 months. Momo is out in my life. Greetings to my wife, Letitia Danakwa. Inacha say Letitia ya to grow. He said ya 3 months we over call grow.
Every trimester.
Trimester academy. This year,
says double track. You do baby. Could do Parliament. Friday was
minority.
No, Friday was red track. No, because stop it.
Almost stop it.
And I agree. No, come on, go ahead. This year, Momo's the in a trimester. 3 months, the other send my big grassy because send them theatre.
This year,
this year, today the Bokrata as so Eddie B. Abba our house. The arrogance and impunity of power. Yera Martinevi Kamidu Kane, a special prosecutor, and Okasa ewa ha pay 2, and answering Chimu ewo 2 workers are almost a demonstration round 1 ewa ha. The Ghana Medical Association for so Kasawa ha almost rabbi said, on secure more COVID-19 vaccine, said ye be or say amid fears of fourth wave. I don't know Omicron.
Yes, Omicron.
And he said ye be na or Chinebi said Ghana Health Service for say Ghana ni be enyebi or more enya recorded a case of sa Omicron. Nti yen kope eno ni bi mra sana fourth wave bi atwenti e ho asem e wo ha. New HIV infections averaged 21,000 from 2015 to 2020. Nti eno so e ho asem krata e di mu amanebo bi aba today the krata na foforo bi e ka ho e na no pe ode e ba na ye begina we so di mfoni kese esini atwe ho aba ye ba nkomo ewo ya ye ba bi de COVID-19 hu nkomodie ya no ho sense bebre sede enchiremu ahodo e fa ho ba ene nkomo ahodo e fa ho amane ya ye bo fa ho no itoda bia na ebi ho ase no kure nya no kure ho sense bebre but ho behia se ebenya obi a wono akwakonya emusua hunu no animu na o kire omu ya mu ate ase yebedi hu nkomo na afi nkomo foforo nso ho a ye de bram ye basisi a
Mary. Chairman Tia block no so na fe na waba.
HD Plus gives you control over your TV viewing experience. You can now search, pause, reverse, and record your favorite shows just the way you want it.
Charlie, like that movie go pew.
Oh yeah, we miss out. Oh no. You know, miss out. With HD Plus, you feel record any show then watch them later. And with this HD Plus app, you feel link come to your decoder then watch any movie, any show you want.
Hey! HD Plus, the assemble
And now, when you download my HD Plus app on your phone or tablet, you get free data every month to watch TV on the go. Visit any multi-TV dealer to purchase your HD Plus decoder and stay in control of your TV viewing experience.
HD Plus, the feely experience.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hey, good papa. Ganabam, if your apostle, your waist, all your body, you make bazaar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
To wait from doctor no. Where oh my side 20 cedi. This is Tiabako. Ghana ba yento emeto ha. Efesa Tiabako nti. Efentu obi 20 cedis. Hey. We doctor. Nemo say we Ghana ba mo kan. Say am tuo. So so. If we can Ghana ba. You can resist.
We are one man short. Should we invite him?
Yeah.
It be old cargo.
Can I join you guys?
Yeah.
Always brave, fresh, natural, eggs, mineral, water.
Still got it. Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
Elsiafo ya sahaba biye da se oguso a wo hye tonton sansa adwumade o Tvxyz so and anope wo share live on Facebook a Tvxyz Ghana sanso na ko YouTube abetimi share live ho e wo XYZ broadcast no di achiwe social media channels nyina emo na anope ye ko ye Ghana Journalists Association for wo mo hwa kwakodi nkomo projects bi e wo hwa mpanifo de si wo mo ani so ya wo ye efa COVID-19 ene ho amane bo ya ye bo e de che ewiase nyina achichi ni ye wo Ghana hedi body check Ghana for ya na ebi ho a ye ne kwanso ebi nso ho a ye ntiase ni nyanchi mu nti no amane bone ba emma se de wo se eba na ebisi ebisa project na ni so ankasa ene ne ye hwehwe de efri mu project ye chi ene se de ebisi akọ na menya empanifo mienu ewo ha ene women empowerment ne ye enti emma nkwa ne ye hia ha ye ba bedi enkomo Linda Sante G ye GJ Vice President pay or ha yene no beka sasanso so na Ra Zubeida did no last one dey just one abo investment bona metina ye asem ohu enti odoso ha mabuno ohu se sa na dey twa to ne den Ismail aha Is I know so always we can it's not the meal as well. Ismail also to boss ebo. Ono see a media trainer a consultant and so edema project no ye baba and project no a MMF C project o mo ankasa wa ha on be cheche man of pay me project no any so ene botaya ye de atachire ene ani so ade hunu ya ye se project nkwana wiye no ye benya ede efri monti mensha se free Aunt Linda ho batansa na mini kan emo makwaba pamcho ye makwaba no pay ye jide se bibia boko Ghana Journalists Association ekose project ya sha se no so kose
yo project na de ya sha se I do fin baby I mean fan say the first phase na ba na we aye be ko the second phase na ye nyina ye name COVID-19 ne abeja amaye wi ase afa na nyina na esan se eye yare foforo kra afa na aba no na ahyase no ye nim ho fareban ye nim ho bibia enti ebe ma social media space na ye flooded media space no with a lot of misinformation near there and WHO term as infodemic. But WHO share ye no na infodemic media misinformation also. Why ne betimi aboa ama ye timi adespele sa misinformation enti ye share na just ye media ye na betimi di say adwuma no. Internet was all more FI na ye di say adwuma na ma wo. Na in fact public affairs Canada a charitable NGO omo edisika shame intinya Ghana nko in fact 12 countries worldwide so African countries are Ghana eka ho and na GJ esanse aye intentional folk bata internet was say ABC and so inti ye the call echo out ama obi o ye interested no apply inti ye we na was say CV so na just ye benya 26 journalists across the length and breadth of the country inti na was say ye do mo fa entity ye mu e sign say ye borderra say one century ni no wonyanti ase a you will end up misinforming the general public. Inti was saying ye di kan e fantity ye mu na ye te ase se na be ya ye border na ye be boni ye. Inti omo qualify ye no e 26 se na ye de omo fa entity ye mu. Inti ye wie na ye ja won se various media houses omo free ba no omo be true stories. Na criteria ye de select ye no one was a professional journalist. You need to have a media house we stories no mo be publish am. Inti not say wo fi fan say bia me ye adwuma e wo radio TV has say but I can also be a freelancer but then I need to have an outlet a media outlet omo betimi a publish am me say me wi a inti na freelancers for so e wo na ye de won fa antete na ye can project no focusing on COVID-19 but more emphasis no was placed on human rights and women and children. Women and children, I didn't know women and children. Esan say ye can be BMO, ye na ye very vulnerable. Ma ye nimse COVID-19 baby ye nya wod pa na ye baby a nipa bonche ku bebre. Inti ye kwa marketplace a ma na doso. Mofra so ye mofra ye ku bi a wontimi nka won hye bebre. Inti almost you're very vulnerable. Inti emphasis no was on women and children. Neno just a mema nka but ye share a man and name of fran. Inti na COVID-19 and then human rights aspect of it.
Human rights no no much say.
Human rights say ye share Uber COVID-19 na ebia ne say ye share disability. Those with disability almost yeku but almost rights be what say almost exercise but are they being given those rights so say yeah share vaccination na air course and then she and almost so can nipa no who was almost vaccinated they have a right to that but so ye ni ewo won so it's not say ye koki wa ye nyina obi o hot ho che mo 7 9 and obetimi akọ enhyehyɛ bɛn na ɛwɔ hɔ ɛde ma saa akuo no enyo omonkwa emofra nhyehyɛ bɛn ne ye wode ma won pregnant women nhyehyɛ bɛn ne inti saa ne ma ne nyina na ye hwɛ ye ba human rights aspect a ye hwɛ ede amomo. And I think say me kan sound so a me nua ba no so de bi ebesoso ye hwɛ human rights access to water ye ka say yen wash yensa under running water so nsuo ewo ho a ye de ye ana ye ka say wo say yenya hand washing stations ewo baby so ne ye ka nyina no ebi wo ho no ma na nti sa ne ma we nyina no ye de nsentro ne fa santity enim se ne be ya omo benya eni no for a story. Inti said the normal story right now ewo your newsrooms no this one is a little bit different. Okay. It's say ye share solution. So we be try bibia ebe at the end of the day no ebe make impact at the solution ebeba. Inti projects no even though are running for the first phase no metimi aka de ahoahoa ye ho say in fact impact a etimi create no eye nigesem ahoahoa.
Yenim se dwumadie bi ahya asese na ekoyi se de wo kanya ye de nya ebenya na nso bi eba be bata ho na se bibia ebema ase etwene kwa achi even though ye kwa yanim de but bibi bonwene bi ba betare baby ye hunu bibi sa wo sa project yi mu.
I think yes ye hunu bibi sa but na ensheda na ensheda anye bibia ebohu sa challenges ne bi ne say na utimi hu say information na ya to apete no na edoso na bebre na so enye nokre enam say na fe na covid-19 na ngasa ya refofro afe na penimfo ehwehwe mu nti no na e was say yentoyable but obi atu bi gu enframem I mean including yen cry ye journalist ye doctor for ntin bibi sa de obi be ka no
eno na ye
yes ye be so ntin wo show obi to say penimfo bi to say Pastor Chris or Nigeria and maybe Kragana yenya journalists or can say or no one walk panier because or why so one say one way into one walk panier in Sanya Manina Emma a month for F for position dear Jeze Wakashia yenya ya to say nipa to say a kind just say
and one no
and the bayana it's now say and on a biggest the level at which and misinformation a corner and just say was say you how you bet me aye at the banging attack information so that was the challenge. Okay. But then and I'm saying I team ya training and I mean now so enka say journalist 26 na training or mono and o wetimi aboa ama ya enya omonko a newsrooms ni bi nso omo project but I want to believe that and I'm say yenyina ye hu said there was the need say e was say yensua na mo no ane yenyina ye quantity mu ekenkan ye ete enema se efrefra doctor for ne scientists mo be kasa ho no yenyina ye sua ade na fe ye hya say ye tro entro ye no mu nso no there were challenges. Say Troy stories were Ghana dadano. Menka so be anyone at the tro, but the death of the stories no so by research in the Sao Kase. Say na Mrs. Takai there can be say stories na ye a B was on disability, people living with disability. You see young konko ye test vaccines about young konko obi anya ready no konko vaccination no. Yet Ghana has shasi and shasi free over 60 years for edeba you say frontline workers are not persons with disabilities cancer frontliners no now how many media house bisa say na omono what were the arrangement into through our projects no you share that 1 month it is siho extra journalist 26 say obia in this month no media house now one month where ye persons with disability and access to vaccines yanko bisawo mo monye bi moya dodo was 10% say na enya so these were the things that we were able to tackle. There were challenges into some those ones were the challenges we identified near tre journalists say bon kwana mko de nko bisa and I believe say ye no and Kra say Federation of persons with disability of Ghana Sarah Paku no more TV3 ne atenkafo nyina yes our stories no finally Omo story the next dose na buy now omo ka say is still for frontliners no. Afi Ghana Health Service share that year arrangement edema omo. So those were some of the challenges we identified. And I send it to me then. So I know.
Okay. Actually, na we say first phase ye we. It just say other phases for phases are hold was say near here anymore and until say COVID be called projects we were.
Oh, say COVID no. Ye nyina ye ni menye nene ochina na ebe fie ho kra se kra ye say another new variant aba enti se ye say ekọ nanim no na dane enti metimi aka say in fact se COVID enko ye de in fact dwuma bi say no ye nya ye isan say new variant ono so de ne ho niema nsunsan so bi nenam nti wo say sign de ye crofo na sign fantasy na ye hu say de ye be kona afa na em say ye kọ ye nim so no na adwuma no so ne kesia na ni ye biem ama more people abem enti first phase ya ye wie normally project bia wo wie a wo ye wo evaluation na we hu sin to ebebe mu na fe we hu se ne wo kọ wani mu no wo betimi ahye mokina afa enti se ni ye train evaluation ne report no na sin to ebe mu no na fe ye timi assign apage na ya assign ashim na ye biem ama other media houses more journalists abe
it just 26
no oba kofo entimi
26 na chi na kwanya betumi aba ma bi mu abeka
bebre aba abeka more media houses nso ede wo ho aba abehye
okay faces no eso no e fa edi kan ehwe no ye target ye ma ne enkwada yen second phase no so still na hwa na ye di ani behwe na se ye besesem kakra
Emema do mo wo mo but send American vulnerability and into ma ye de emofra ene ema no ebe shame nti ne nyina no evaluation ne report no will determine send ye be konafa because enye ye an ye san evaluate ye ho obi foforo wo wachi na o evaluate ye because ye see ni o twasa no nim se na ni chi achia se ye an evaluate ye ho a ye hu enye ni yie nti omobi owo akire no onhwew na one nkrofo nkasa na ono omomomo assess yen sense yen aye be assess ye ho nti at the end of the day no report ne ba ene be ma ye hu se ne ye be raise no afa
adis be da ye ko ye nimi me sase ye broni wo kasa bo say way forward ne say e de na ye hwe animu se dwumadie ni nyina anko awiye no ye betumi achieve ena fezo kwa be ne ye fa so aye sustain sa project said ye beye ne nkoduru ba bi na fe ajego
way forward no sene amenua pani aka no eye obi na de ne sika e de shame e no se me de boamo but sene medical aka no menyi ni say program na ye ne adisuehunu na ye nya ye no eye something so new bibia ye dada yenyina ade achi a XYZ ha some mo suma reporters mo fast stories de ba nti mo ye dada na mo no focus no na ye pese ye de yem shift your focus to certain topic good nti no basically how do we sustain this mo ye dada mo ye suma journalists dada reporters true stories dada nti no what we is trying to say in say journalists na ye training you and let me give you this example and na me share TV or TV3 and na omoka about Ghana December ye say brobronyi say one pane a untimi mpi say ebiananka without the training prior to the training reporter no kobe ye be reporter na saa bia saa na health ministry na kan but ye hu say reporter no akwakobisa na vaccines no wo he no do send ye nya ko 4% say days no vaccines na be 1 shot e be 2 shot wo ka say December say nene ya ye de 100 million vaccines the background po na enye Johnson & Johnson na ya AstraZeneca aye wono twice na just say the bakono wo ba ko na nne a enter no 25th no na on was second one into one they just want to me ko event into no me hu say reporter no the sa ensem ni nyina a capture in the story at the data so the hiding at the account into no even though at this point enye ye na ye man sika so onkonkoye no we to me so we sua bibi into say see no or practice even without the physical support and no and the way forward. People should own it. I was saying to me, say Bianca SY is a more reporter be a by beer and from time a reporter joining in a more say and enjoy your cry as a son.
Second phase,
You know, you encourage him or say, Mombra, because Gambia, Eka countries, no, I'm saying the whole country say apply Ghana and your president list journalists.
Wow.
Some had as many as 70 journalists. You're watching the
26.
And you know, your best and into the Siano. A be a bimwa, I'm trying to Yabasaba, Yabashara, Bani Abachamo say, a be some of our reporters, Namre, they train you.
As Linda, you're reading in a crocodile near Candia Chance and Truthful, you know, Boa, ye can whatever. I see a cast a second face, also be adding who shame will be on all because or Henry will say, ye can, ya Kasiebo. Item 13 baby. And baby no until once.
You intend cracker and say, in Central for ye who say, ye cool beer, ya honko chromuti. Ye sign a humble po, ewa mamu, any ye de piarada. Into nature say, would you mediate it through pa, say a bad development of a country, ye would you mediate it through pa, edit. Into near ye can. Ye derayable and then team for 80 into ye making sure say we always put out the right information ye fact check ye and sana ya bodero COVID-19 yare a health issue ye wanna say near wo beka no say one can no say near what say ye cano a bit me ato chima ewo baby. Until we should always make sure say education na ye be any right na bibia ye be bia so ye mfa ye ho nhim erade adom na ye bie the next phase na ye nyina ye emo betre na ha dem se mi ankasa kra no be ba be bodero na mamo na modem nkrofo so na ye be fa kwenye so abo ye central folk no so ye members no so abaso ye hwe covid ya media house ne be ho no mo na ye den ema omo in terms of omo nkrofo it said na adwuma e ba fom but ne nyina mu no ye hu ne se ye ya sede enti ye de ya ho de nyina e hyemu enti se yetimi achieve sa success ya na modern bo chese emwani baby ya abasobode ni baby ya na nso ye nyina ye de ye hoji mu ye bebo ye nyina ya baso akasa ya ade pa na ye ntoso a na ye nkoso enye ne ye no
yo anopede ye damwase se mo ba minim se brepem no ye benya brene pa na ye di ho nkomo na ye di akwachi said the Bay Ghana Fonso Ebetiasie. And apparently Linda Sante G, a vice president of the Ghana Journalists Association, Sanso so and Auntie Zubeida Mabuno Ismail, and opay Omomi Nubekai, Honosi a media trainer at the Sanso a consultant at the ma a year project in our air cosono, and we are mobilizing media to fighting COVID-19 into an opay on betraying. Jumediano, baby aquacudro. Yenwe ye twaso ti wo yensentwenia bie wadwene mu e bie wakoma mu se duru ho ado ho behyem ye nyina ye nkamom na COVID-19 ho nkomodie ye ni nenko achi Ghana fo nte ase na mwa ema yentumi mo ye ho ban ya e betumi aprapra ohaw no e de afiri yakwan mu ne yemfrefre ne mum emfa emma yasetena mu ye twa ho abaye ba bra kwa me e bedi nkomobi no wi a o man no so betena ase e wo tonton sansa dwumedie so ye basisia.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Good papa. Ganabam, if your what your waist, all your body, you make bazaar.
Thank you so much.
Me ba cho mami Ganabam on me. Kese ni mi no keto ana ni ensa. What are they? Ganabam. To wait here from doctor no. Where you there? What massage me? Mr. Tobacco. Ganabam. Yen to embe to her. First Tobacco nti. Afan chuo bi 20 cedis. the doctor. Nemo, say the Ghana come, sound two, so also, if you have Ghana, you can resist.
Peace of mind is very essential in your journey to success. For Akwesi Papa, peace of mind means having a proper covering over his family. Literally. For Araba, aka Injection Mama, it's about having the funds to complete her advanced nursing course. And as for Corporal Odami, it's as simple as reporting on time for his shifts. Sometimes all you need is a simple push. At Needs Microfinance, we have tailor-made loan packages for salaried workers under the Controller General's Department. With the low interest rate and quick wahala-free process, you are guaranteed of a timely solution to get back that peace of mind, literally in 30 minutes. Needs Microfinance. Growing with you.
That's right. No mining ya betenasi no na answer no yane owura Steve Neil of Steve Neil job training e betwetwe nkomo ba ma menka wo say ye gusu a yedi nia esi wo mrahye badwafie echi yedi sasem na chipa na ne ye bedomo asuko almost standing orders the 1992 constitution e ka jinaya dom kuma no esie wonia eba bekoso wo mrahye badwafie efri enra anase efri enne eko wabro mo kan asasam no wo mo sentwefo nhia mu ni nyina ye nkomo aye ba bedi honorable anasa comrade Mutala Muhammad o ase ya ye ne no e ba hwehwe nkomo enche bia me nkomo bia o wo fidie no ena ha ya ne kai se wadwenche no ususu ya ne de egusu aye agye e wo Facebook, so Facebook ye Tvxyz Ghana and afa so YouTube wo hwe wo ho e wo XYZ broadcasting and at Twitter so hashtag ni etontun sansan hashtag ni etontun sansan me ento nka e wo Twitter so Tvxyz Ghana but sabre de Steve no job training nzanu nyuma ntete no the cover bar no ani o say what ye competence wo foforo and Ghana baby abefa bia Ghana baby abefa bia obi e bona baso fi say ono na oboa na amanfo timinya omofa hodi e ba omosika asemu a ni nyina ye nzanu nyuma ntete a wode ba say wode nani akire baby foforo Dr. Steve Neil or I say doc baba
come here
let's say
nyamiado
fantastic. Na ye share ya che.
Yeah.
Na se ya back as for you.
Oko holiday no one for.
Holiday mu de he. Be mu da de na say de yi.
Asa wa na be be oko e kwa.
Anyway.
Me na meet one from him.
Ye na zuko ne nko nsem ni mu. Steve Neil job training. They say he fa na mode mani a kire. E de na Ghana for nhwe animu mfiri mu ho. Wa abra mutu anamon.
Yo kwa meda se na mechia ahwefo a omo hwe ye. Nyame aduma enam ejuma pa Steve Nels ye di no na normally unim se nanka Accra na eya ye di ejuma but enam juma pa ye nintino Afro Arab Microfinance Alaji Amadou Salam omodi omoho ebedom ana omodi omoho ebeka Steve Nels no se ye kire nsan ejuma because nkrofo bebre kosia nsan ejuma ne se ya eya na capital omodi be start ya na ska omodi be start no mpre bebre ya na ebi ni ho nti ade na nipa no kosia ye no na mfaso bia ye den anhyeda amma so eno nti omodi omoho be bataye ho se ye kire ejuma na sebe sika kakra ope no na omodi asowase ama ejuma no aye ede enti omo na akoye se omo direct yesese a enti omo ma ye Greater Accra ye wie Eastern region Saturday by on the 4th of December omo the year Takrade which is Western region on the 11th of December ye were Tamale na Northern region no the ye ni say ntimi call all the Northern region enti ye stress all the Northern region can be gathered at one place enti ya choose Tamale are on the 11th of
Tamale Nebe Center.
Tamale Nat Hall.
Okay.
Oho ena yedi ejumadieni ko on the 11th of December. And your mom share every north no Savannah region, northern region, upper east ni na se for no. Normally bebre Taiba Accra. But this time in Penny say okay, yembe omo e watamale. And your mom taking note say date no 11th of December.
Okay. For those who be watching in the northern region, our moral sabrino. A dear pan na yes no kwana a special about Steve New Job Training Center. Omonfa omo any swadi hunu anase omo shebre embe shamonsem.
Okay.
No munjimu ni se mu betima ye bibiamo.
Okay. Kwame, I say debia time our radio me know this and commoded that say ohun mi say no enam 20 cities. 200,000 cedis mantimi anko SS but mabam ambo sorti ase enam insane juma no ene me no eneti set so enti de me ka kire obi a ohwe me won off ne say sebi school very good certificate and very good but debia me ka say answer na Ghana be kwani mana Ghana be tumpo no ati say yenya adwensa kira bia ye di ya adwen eba insane juma mu enti I know say the people of the north no they like school a lot but these days no so no uwie school na eya na enho adwuma eni ho because uhwe eniama na ye sua wo school na uba abonten a enho adwuma no enhye da ni ho so ati ase omo ye nurse na bia teacher trainee kra no mu wie at times posting a problem ye post okra bia na salary akoye problem but with insane adwuma no within one day ubenya insane adwuma ahodo bebre yankasa no ye be brando ye be chirose na ye brand ni sa na asefo no because eniema na ye kire no ye niema every day bia no ye ewo Ghana because ye ti dem ha ne nyina no obi anya ska the first thing is mesidan enti uhwe niema na me ba bebubo so na niema is about building enti ubesua every blessed day no ubamu say sebi sika ebeba won
afebubo normal no so de ne na obekere
enti niema na ye di konof no ebi ye se na ye we decide edona ekum ngra na se na ye si ye fertilizer ye be kire sa niema no ye be kire se na ye fix biodigester any concrete covered because ye nipa ide udidi a eye den a ebesan pie enti obi esifia eno de otwa mu tan ubeko me pato so te ase ye wi a ye be kiro se na ye graffiato paint graffiato na me no aye radio so ye be kiro mu se na ye graffiato paint any acrylic paint ye be kire se na ye electric fence se obi si ni fie a watwon wall
fasio no
on se eduanajo because se bi ewiase eniama esesante no bi ebo ne ho ban no di wire tiantia bi egu wall no so eduanajo a no electrify efie no ye be kire sai no so ye be kire se na ye fix CCTV camera any the configuration se kwame uti he obetimi hu die ekoso e fie bi ya no obehom ye be kire se na ye fix DSTV multi TV any all the other decoders no ye be kire se na ye sa niama no ye wi a ye be kire bibi e frɛ no earthing system se electricity bill no ade bia enma o light no temi ready high no ye be kire se na ye electricity bill na e be ba afom ye wi a ye be kire se na ye bar soap bar soap ye di siniama ye be kire se na ye shower gel de ye di dware ye be kire se na ye brown sugar because say diabetes form bebre empe white sugar no enti na brown sugar no na ya omo type enti ye be kire se na ye brown sugar ye be kire se na ye yogurt ena ye be kire se na ye after watch say samina bi wo de senior ma obo say na scent ne won tade no na e hye dampe ye wo after wash bi a also senior ma the last water no udi gu no o hata wo niama na ye say obi a wa hye perfume eni niama ahodo bebre a ye de econo
na chese nye de wabobo nko abdodo na aksa
niama bebre esa wo ho
eti kaye bio wabra ye de ye nkomo no esie no bia adwumadi no ebekoso na time a ebe chance na face so time a mo bewie
yo omo hwe ye e wo western region ni say part of central ebe ye ntofom ye register ansa na wo ba because of sikasem enti free now ekopim next week Saturday no omo tie ye nka e wo north no ebetimi asiesuo mo ho north for etua just 200 cedis
okay 200
cedis no otimu say program no ye di cheomo because 200 no ye di bi be ye pen drive amom say usua niema no we na wo refia a ubo pen drive na what kind because me ankasa na
video
so I had a good pen drive audio video ye be mo certificate na ya some mo handout enti 200 cedis no enu na ye be prepare nyama we ni nyina na omu hye wi a oho na Afro Arab microfinance ono so omu amu be hia moa se omu be start adwuma no oho na omu so ombenya omo the same system no na ye dey ba Ashanti region on the 18th of December.
Okay, minimum say one crime brand away here dwumadi ye bia no ka say in fact Oma Food and Drugs Authority for crime ba obetire omo ekwan ye fa so register your products and your services. We know sa kwenya no wo ho ana.
The same system. One ye bedika ebo se na ye register company. Ana uwi a wo person ye production no na do work of Food and Drugs Board. Sa nyama ni nyina ye bebo ama wo person register na o ye bibia no ye bebo ama wa ye.
Me mouse man 9 ka bibi kire amanfo a omo hwe sa abre na ne mo reason ti a omo mra.
Okay, kwame research ekire say about 80%. Em say wukra na oye sa den time our radio say about 80% omo ko pension e omo ntan nche wasase so because omo income no omo bibia a reduce so what you say ebia o any 5,000 or use bungalow bi or use company car bi but uba pensioner with 5,000 ebia be reduce about 800 and 1,000 bungalow no ebi ni ho car no ebi ni ho but insane juma achi se sebiu ukwadekem na meka say si obi edi ne ho ewo sikasem a kwame to be frank with you na nukra ni nyamienem a free certificate mo de bia meka ya na nkrofo ntiem asem obetimi akita wo PhD obetimi akita wo doctor degree any all the degrees but say uni nsane juma so what you say ebe hadwe because certificate no afuna wo follow ewo obi so say o employ wo na wo tioka kwame ebia ya tioka ebia 10,000 20,000 but with insane juma with concrete covered baako kwame we charge 8,000 cedis one concrete covered toilet 8,000 for say udu tie rim na unya for about concrete covered in a month and yama hudu e ka ho emaye enti de me kan say wo wo pese wo ye adwuma wo office wo wo pe air condition wetra ye betimi ebuwa ye ni say ye kire wo adwuma ni wi a na wo apply scan na ye di mawa because scan nhihye kitwa bi na ho na wo pe ebia container ebia untimi high down na wo pe container bi na wo line ni mo pe 1.5 horsepower AC fa boom create baby wo secretary ebetra print wo invoice with your company name ye be kire sa na ni nyina kwame ne pe boys mienu eka ho de bia ye si dan rakrum rasite na hwe say within 3 months sebi de mi kan kwame umba enfrem ya na say ebia unkase membra na fa tight kakra emreme
eti ni nyina no ye pe mo kira kwan I mean na say ye pese ye ka program no ho a ye wo number bia wo say ye frem wo say ye display numbers
okay
screen so
omo hwe wo TV no so bo say number no ebo TV no so ye number no very unique uchro 0 no achro 5 no maku 5 no achro 9464 ana 9465 the same number 055 555 9464 and 9465 number no was screen so baby omo share on Facebook and omo tena break no ubo 0 tro 5 maku 5 natural 9464 and 9465 ufreya yen kasi send momu ana se beto form ana bibia de be nsa ebia wo beba into telephone number na wo different no na de abuku sita ma into wo beba no na wo seat no I ready.
Okay, into betria ansa na wa dwumadi na shasa na betria no
wo Western region uba Saturday way TTU Takrady Technical University Saturday way no betria omo amwo north no so ubedu Temale on the 11th ubedu program na wunie Stevens ni na wetria wo sika wa wo Ashanti region on the 18th ubedu program ground na ansa na wa ye wo payment ye yanji sika ewo
I mean as nyame ahyehyɛ ade ne dada Tamale Central MP wa ha sei enti we wo kwa kwa no ne bobo ano de na mini so bato za fra bia bo be no akire ho
de bia me ka masem se sebe ye no sukuni yanko bi ba kakra nyame e de adumi a yeso ye betimi di aboa o man Ghana no eno na ye enti se na wakan se ye papa no e be so yase na enye sikasem on se me ye program bi wa Accra before election for yeah, the say omumfa mo hunji no mo nkrofo ne nti ase say we ebeboa mo. That's all that we need.
Fantastic. Medo ase Dr. Steve Neil say Uba if you say na yabedi Steve no job training center e hon komo. Eti eno no na ye de numbers no egu screen no so enti fresh na wone Steve no eni nkuta ho. Said be adwumade no said odi PM ewo Western Africa so northern part of Ghana no. Also de ho ebeba abajimu bi. Na won so wanya wonsa no nyuma. Afei yenguram fi say we ne the big one. Oman no anya atena say Honorable Mohammed Mutala Ewofia say, Comrade Mutala, a member of Parliament, Tamale Central Constituency, Yanene Baba Chichen Komo, but as I know, me pese, Ocean near course or Ghana, Rasha Bedefie, and Ra. Titri, one controversial aspect. I'm afraid because Honorable Sarah Adra Safo, and come here and say, you're too abandoned no fan a bag, and no sorry, I walk on every business and no quay. Because all her video is here.
Consider this matter. Mr. Speaker, for the avoidance of that, I shall read on the 13th truth. We provide. Whenever the House is informed by the clerk at table of the unavoidable absence of Mr. Speaker, the first, unless there are present in the House no less than 1/2 of all the members of the House, and the second, otherwise provided in the Constitution, the question proposed shall be determined by the majority of votes of the members present and voting. Mr. Speaker, this provision is for 5:15. Mr. Speaker, I believe we've done enough for the day, and I would pray that we adjourn the House.
Okay, so question is 2022 budget no ya approve and say ya approve ya reject and say ya reject here. Nia esi ye wo mrasho bedwafie nra no unconstitutional to say the majority minority kanana and say ni esi fiada no unconstitutional to say the majority no can. Sa stand of we no die na betima na yape the policy bre and ntina ye ne here Comrade Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed eba betwetwe nkomo na poto ye be frafra we member of Parliament Tamale Central Constituency. Comrade, good to see you.
Good to be here.
How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah, we can't complain.
You're always looking cheerful, but and then we didn't mean sakaka. Has it got to do with what happened yesterday? Tell me, I mean, in plain language for you, what really happened yesterday in Parliament?
Well, what happened in Parliament was a disaster, and it could not have been described in any terms better than what the leader of the NDC caucus, Honorable Haruna Idrisu, described it, that it was the darkest day in our democratic and constitutional governance. On the 26th of November, Friday, last Friday, Parliament was properly constituted, and we rejected the 2022 policy statement.
Properly constituted. How?
To
was a Friday, yes, properly constituted.
To vindicate that position, you need to look at the vote and proceedings. I have it on my phone. I left it in my car.
Sure.
The vote and proceedings of 26th of November 2021.
Yeah.
The vote and proceedings is the reflection of what happened on a particular day as to the business in the House. If you check in it, every member who comes to Parliament, you sign. So it is captured in the vote and proceedings and what happens on that day. If you check in the vote and proceedings of 26th of November 2021, you would realize that 274 members of Parliament were present and signed.
Okay.
The 274 included 137 members of the NDC, 136 members of the MPP, 1 independent member. So making it 274. The only person as captured in the hands up who was not present is Honorable Sarah Ajua Safo. She wasn't there.
If you on Friday,
she was
not present.
Okay. And we went in there to consider the budget. You know, we've been debating on the estimate of the budget. So we've been debating on the policy statement. What we approved there is the policy statement. The real budget itself is the estimates and the appropriation, without which...
And on committee level?
Yes, committees and also at the plenary.
Right.
So the policy statement, you know, we all engage in the debate. The Friday was the conclusion of the debate. And on that day, you would have the minority leader who will conclude his debate, and the majority leader will conclude. And after that, the speaker will put the question. Because usually, the approval or not of policy statement or budget, let me put it for the understanding of your viewing public, is done on voice vote. Now, when the voice vote is done, and any member, and the voice vote is determined by the speaker as to how he hears it, yeah or no. Now, if in the wisdom of the speaker, he thinks that the yeah is louder than the no, he says, look, the yeah have it. If the no in his estimation is louder than the yeah, he says the no have it. Now, but you see, the speaker is not given unfettered power. If the speaker thinks that the no have it, like it happened on that day, and you disagree with the speaker, you have two options. One, to call for division, or to call for head count. Division simply means is that everybody who is not supposed to engage in the voting would have to leave the chamber. And the speaker will put the question again.
Okay, that's all more public gallery on. So
it's not in the,
they are not part of.
They are not part.
No, they are not part of Omo.
No, they are not. They are not part.
They are not part of Omo. They are not part of those who are voting right. Those
no,
are the
they are not.
Gallery.
The media is there. So if I'll come to this.
Should all of them be sacked?
No, I'm saying that in the chamber.
In the chamber, okay.
That's why they describe that as public gallery. Okay. And by the way, public gallery is open to everybody as long as you are a citizen of the Republic of Ghana. Even if you are not a citizen of Ghana, you are in Ghana and you want to observe what happens to Parliament, there are processes by which you will follow and you are permitted to sit at the public gallery. Okay. So the track pusher at Agbogboleshi can also come and walk into the public gallery and witness what happens in Parliament. So it is not limited to anybody. Anybody, if you are a citizen, you can sit in there. So the options available, if the speaker thinks that the no have it and you disagree, you call for either division or head counts. The division is that the speaker would have to take the voice vote again. And by so doing, the speaker will ensure all those who are not supposed to be participating in the voting leave the chamber.
Okay.
So when the MPP rose by Honorable Afenyo Markins, they had two options, either to call for head counts or voice vote. They didn't call for head counts, they called for division. So the speaker then said, then all those who are not supposed to be members, because we realize members in the House should leave, we realize that there were a lot of ministers in the chamber. And how do you determine whether those ministers also said the yeah or no if they don't leave the chamber? So Mr. Speaker asked that they leave. One would expect that they would have left and they were seated. The Speaker said, you have to leave, we're seated. The Speaker then called the marshal to get them out. That was when they got up and they left. And they allowed level 100 member of parliament, someone who is still learning the rudiments of parliamentary proceedings. And by the way, as far as I'm concerned, he has never even spoken on the floor. Yes, he has never. And I stand to be corrected. Someone who is still learning the rudiments, I don't think that he has actually read the entire standing orders. They allowed him to commandeer all of them out with the flimsiest of excuse that Honorable Asidun Ketia was also at the public gallery. You see, the MPP is behaving like a spoiled child who is willing to destroy the cake rather than share the cake with anybody. And what happened on that day is a reminiscence of when we were growing up. A child asks someone to give you something, the person says, I won't give you, and they say, then keep it, I don't even want. That was precisely what happened. They allowed a level 100 person, a first timer, who is still learning the rudiments of parliament, to commandeer them out Well, within the MPP, there is no an elderly person.
No, but then again, walk out a couple proceedings.
So I'm coming. So one, the shocking aspect of it was that they called for division. Why would you walk out on the very thing you called for? On the very thing you called for. Why would you walk out? If the Minister of Finance wanted to still observe what, he could have gone to the public gallery. We didn't have any problem. And when the Speaker said that they walked out, because the reason why they walked out is because they knew that they didn't have the numbers. And they knew that we had the 137. And they knew, per the standing orders, any voting that you have equal numbers voting for each side of the motion, that voting would have been deemed to fail. So they knew. So they knew that with the 137, we had the capacity to vote. And they also at that time, 136. Yeah. No, 137 because the Speaker was there. Yeah. So why did they walk out? So if you listen to them now, and they claim the 137 didn't constitute the required number for voting to be done. Why did they walk out when they knew that we each have 137? Because they knew that with the 137, when we vote and we vote no and they vote yes, the budget would have been rejected. So they knew that 137 per our standing orders is enough in number to reject the decision taken by Parliament.
Okay. Your time, Ninti, what makes Friday decision now
different?
And I speak and take in.
Yeah.
What makes it different from Enradi?
The reason what makes it different is that if you check in the Hansard, 274 members were there. You remember on Monday, the NDC was supposed to, the MPP members were supposed to engage the NDC members. Our members waited from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And at that time, they indicated that they were invited to the Citadel for corruption at the Flagstaff House. So they were there up to 6, only for them to call, to inform our leadership that they could only have the meeting around 8 o'clock. And we didn't know how long that meeting was going to last. So our leadership said, no, we've been waiting here from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 4 hours. You can't keep us waiting for another 2 hours. And the reason why our leadership had that patience was to let the people of this country understand that we have no interest in frustrating government and frustrating the wheels of governance. We were willing to engage. Now, the meeting had to be rescheduled for yesterday. Yesterday, they had meeting with our caucus. We were all in our caucus meetings. So later, Honorable Harun Edisu, Honorable Aveji, and Honorable Mutaka came back, and Jana Mosque came back from the meeting because we had people we selected. They also selected people, including the National Security and others. So when they came back, they reported to us, look, the MPP or the MPP caucus have agreed to step down Ajepa, have agreed to step down ABCD, the things that they have agreed to look at the tidal waves in Kita, they've agreed to look at the benchmark values, they've agreed to do ABCD. The vex issue was the issue that they said they could that they could only reduce it to 1.5%.
Oh, okay.
And we said no. We will not tolerate anything. Yes, we said we will not tolerate anything than a complete removal of the benchmark. And I remember at that time, our leadership said, look, we have listened to several aspects. Even aspects they brought for the post-budget review have all suggested that, yes, the e-levy is a regressive instrument of taxation because taxes can either be progressive, proportional, or regressive. And this one is regressive. However, considering the whole that these people have sunk the entirety of the people of this country, that we could give in, perhaps 0.5%. Some of us were against even the 0.5%, as suggested by Isse and co. So when we took our position very clear as a caucus, that we would not accept any reduction. But we didn't, because you see, Mandela says that if you are not prepared to shift your position, then you don't get into negotiation.
That's right.
So we were willing somehow to even agree maybe 0.5% as suggested.
So you hadn't taken an entrenchment?
No, we said we were not going to agree. So our leadership should go. But as the discussion and the dialogue,
willing to let go of things.
Somehow we're willing. But some of us, our position was that no, we will not accept anything the e-levy should be taken off. Now, these suggestions, so our leadership were going to meet them again to say that, look, this is the position of our caucus. We are not accepting anything, to see whether they will budge to the advice given by these experts like Issa to say, okay, we agree that your position is that you are not accepting. What if we can make an overture to reduce it to 0.5%? Our leadership would have come back to communicate that with us to see whether we could take that or not. When our leadership went, they were not willing to budge. And our leadership said, look, this is our position. The E-levy, we are not even agreeing. We were thinking that you would. Now, we pretend that they were going to do what Professor Okwe did to Honorable Mutaka. I believe you would have seen
yes,
we
showed it on TV yesterday.
Now, if they wanted us to come to legitimize the illegality that happened yesterday, so the moment we entered into the chamber, we would have been recorded because you sign. The signing is done in the chamber. You don't sign in your offices or outside the chamber.
Right.
The moment you get into the chamber, they bring the thing for you to sign. It means that you were present. And if you had done that, the vote and proceedings of yesterday would have been captured that 275 members of parliament were present. So for us not to give them that privilege so that they can have some legitimacy, we decided I will not do that. The other information we picked was that they were going to ignore our leadership. And if we were present, they were not going to ask for head count.
They
were just going to
catch the eye of the speaker.
No.
Wow.
And we've seen that several times. They were just going to put the question and say, yeah, regardless the profundity of the no. They were going to take that decision. The only option that was left with us was to go in there and fight. Some were willing to do that, but our leadership felt that, look, that won't be a good specter for the generality of the people of this country. Let them understand that rationality and reasonability is something with which we are challenging some of the things captured in the budget. So if we're going to do that, all the thing, we're going to make Parliament ungovernable that day. Who knows what would have happened? So we're not afraid to go in there. Of course, we fought in the elections of the speaker. But Ghanaians were not, even though Ghanaians were happy that we elected a speaker from an opposition party, but Ghanaians generally, they were not happy about what happened because it doesn't send a signal. So for the decency and the respect we have for our democratic process and the people of this country, we said that don't give them the opportunity. So because we were not there and because we didn't sign, Honorable Joe Osei-Owusu wanted to find some legitimacy. And that was the reason why he said, including him, read the standing orders. If you check Article 102, talks about quorum. Okay. And you need about 92 or 93 to form a quorum. Okay. Article 104 talks about members in voting. Quorum no. Yes, you need 93 or 92 to form a quorum. Quorum was there. There is a rule for quorum and there's a rule for decision making. Okay. Now, if you look at the standing orders, look at standing order 1091. It talks about the speaker, in terms of voting, the fact that the speaker doesn't even vote. You come to talk of 1092, which talks about when the person who is presiding loses vote. Come to, in fact, 1091, 1092, 1093, specifically 1093, talks about the fact that in the absence of the speaker, the first deputy or the second deputy sits in and they lose their original right to vote. Now, it is not only the right to vote. They also lose their right to engage in a debate. Now, if you listen to this incompetent bunch of people, the argument is that, and Joe Osei-Owusu did the most shameful and embarrassing thing. He said that, including me, no business of parliament can begin without the speaker sitting on his chair. So if you entered in there and business commenced and the speaker is there, then Honorable Joe Osei-Owusu or the second deputy speaker can count themselves as people in the house as members of parliament. But the moment the speaker is not there and business commences and you are sitting there as the speaker, you, the first deputy speaker, sitting there as the speaker, you are not deemed to be a member of parliament at that time. You are only deemed to be a speaker. If you read Order 109
of Mustang,
yes, at the time you sit in there, and the reason why you lose your right to vote, and not only the right to vote, you lose your right to debate. You can't engage in a debate. So at the time Honorable Joe Osei-Owusu was sitting there, and then the business in the house commenced, He could not be counting himself. The purpose for the counting yesterday was to validate an action that was about to be taken. And that action was voting. And Standard Order 1093 says that you lose your original right to vote.
I thought the action had been taken already. Say Friday, no,
no, I mean their action, what they did yesterday. In our case,
no action.
Yes, in our case on Friday, Right Honorable Speaker is not a member of Parliament.
Yes.
But in their case, Honorable Joe Osei-Wusu is a member of Parliament for Bekwai, but he's also the first Deputy Speaker. Okay. And in the absence of the Speaker, he was acting as the Speaker.
Okay.
And the moment business of Parliament commences and someone is sitting there, you lose every right that a member of Parliament has.
Okay, granted.
You can't vote, you can't debate. Are you getting what I'm saying?
I get you.
Now, if you cannot debate, and if you can't vote, and they are counting members of Parliament, why then will you then say that, oh, I'm a member of Parliament? And at the time you were describing yourself as a member of Parliament for Bekwai, then there was no Speaker sitting there. And without the Speaker sitting there, business of Parliament can commence.
So what does it mean now for the budget?
Well, as far as we are concerned, what they did yesterday was an absolute illegality. The rejection of the budget still stands. That's what we believe in. But one thing, assuming without admitting that they have the power to do whatever they want to do, what happened yesterday was just less than 20% of the approval of the budget. What is critical is the estimates, the appropriation. That is critical.
And do you have the numbers?
We have the numbers.
Leader, no one can say, oh
yes, we have the numbers at the committee. You see, per the number in Parliament of each half, every committee will have equal numbers. Usually what happens at the committee level is consensus building. And most often, at least I participated in about 8 different budgets presented in the Chief Parliament when I was a member of Parliament, called 4, budgets and 4 mid-year budgets. In all those things at the committee levels, it is always consensus building. You build consensus so that you approved, the decisions of the committee. MPP is thinking that we won't participate in the committee's work. We will participate in the committee work, and we will not cooperate in anything.
And you said that forcefully yesterday.
Yes.
But one thing that seemed to be fading away,
yeah,
and this Parliament a consensus building. Say ubeko benkrom. Monyaka say sesade ne ya akodia and yes say dia bibia mbeto so aba. What does that mean for Obia? Now Godwin said this Parliament ne die anka NDC and MPP beka boom aye normal.
Well, we are dealing with people who don't respect the people of this country. We are dealing with a group of people who don't care the suffering of the Ghanaian masses. You are dealing with people, and most importantly, a leader in Chairman Sabonso who is not truthful. He lies without even any shame. You remember the day we rejected the budget, when they held their infamous press conference, he said that they are aware that 2 of our members were not in the chamber. A leader lying this way. When the Speaker wanted to know the number of members of Parliament present, and we all rose to be counted, he asked 4 clerks, and by the way, all the 4 clerks were appointed under the NPP. 4 clerks were given the opportunity to count us, and they each individually told the Speaker they counted 137 members of Parliament. Then you have a leader in the person of Lawrence Adai, and then he lies that way without a scintilla of evidence that 2 members, he didn't mention who those members were. As we see today, we still do not know who those members. If you have such a person leading a team in Parliament, you think that it's worth it cooperating with him. And what they have done, they are telling us that they are not deserving of our cooperation. Look at what happened in the Parliament
that will
yesterday.
affect a lot of things.
Well,
if they are not deserving
well,
of your cooperation,
between that
government business,
good. And that is what they have to see, because we will not allow this wicked, regressive e-levy to continue. Let me give you the statistics. It is not just about individuals. It is affecting businesses. If you have a businessman who has his partner in Kumasi, and he has to transfer 100,000 Ghana cedis to his partner, 1.75% of 100,000 is 1,750 Ghana cedis. 100,000 Ghana cedis, I can put it in a small bag. Return ticket to Kumasi is 700 Ghana cedis. Now, if I have to go to bank to transfer 100,000 Ghana cedis to Kumasi and pay 1,750 Ghana cedis on it, excluding other bank charges. And return ticket to Kumasi is 700 Ghana cedis. What do you think I would do? I won't send the money through that. I'll just go and join the next available flight. And perhaps I would have the opportunity to engage my business. And
I'm sure that's why you say it's regressive.
You have Eslausu, very arrogant individual, who said that if you are able to do a transfer of 100 Ghana cedis, you can't say you are poor. I mean, what ridiculous. You have cleaners at the ministries. In fact, let's take Ministry of Communication. The cleaners, they are casual workers. Some of them earn 600 Ghana cedis. So if a cleaner at the Ministry of Communication earns 600 Ghana cedis, the cleaner's mother is sick in the village. They need 300 Ghana cedis to buy medicine for the mother. The cleaner takes 300 out of his or her 600 to transfer to the mother. By the wobbling logic of Eslausu, that cleaner must be a rich person. I mean, this is what happens. Let them stop deceiving their teeming masses, their gullible followers, that they can't govern without our cooperation. And until they remove those things, we will not. And you see, one very striking statement the Minister of Finance made yesterday. He said that he was moving the motion for the approval of the budget, taking into consideration the concessions. Do you know what the concessions are? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what. I'm saying that the concessions would have been captured in an extract.
A meeting also.
Yes, that meeting broke down. And now the concession, they claimed, we never concluded on those concessions because we disagreed on the issue of the obnoxious levy. But I'm saying that even those who call concessions, those concessions would have been captured in an extract. So that what we expected him to do when he was asked to pray on the 26th, we're expecting him to rise up to say that, look, for the purposes of further engagement, I am standing down e-levy, I am standing down Ajapa, I am standing down the benchmark values, I am standing them down with this extract so that we would have gone ahead to approve the budget, mindful of what was actually stood down. Unfortunately, they didn't do that. So notices be served. And our leader could not have captured it in a more appropriate manner than telling them that they will never have our cooperation and will make this country ungovernable by not cooperating. Look, if we don't cooperate, they can't govern. It will be ungovernable. And we are not going to give them that cooperation until these things are taken off. Mind you, constitutionally, over 50% of ministers are appointed from Parliament. And then the business of government can't run because we are not going to relent on this particular position.
Very well. Comrade, unfortunately, and some of the doors, I mean, titu no baby, yentima touch the address, suffer factor, and say, yentima touch. May I sure say, what Brian Quay, bet me edited this angle. But Medwasi, you ever heard any moon, a becoso in the coming days for Ghana, Russia, Bridge fee. Yane Honorable Mohammed Mutala and Comrade Mutala Mohammed, and then in the Chichen Kobo, additional Tamale Central, member of Parliament, and then, you know, Esha, Yadin Koma Fadi, see. I go to see our Ghana Russia Bridge. Why a Kasiebo near Jumedia, who do I at the Bebramono? Angles in I at the Bebramo. Within the Prince Kwame, coming about Amapo Machi Jacunia Betana, Yabruma, Yadito to Sansan, Abraham, Yamia, the Bachelor, the best Esha, Yachamina.